Floyd and he was me, he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And
yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the catch you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to just feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't wanna talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yeah. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good, family? How y'all feeling today on this good Thursday, man? Back to get boxing is JusDueBoxing. Y'all already know. Catch this on the playback, man. Smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, be a part of this 10K. And we gonna keep cooking, man. We're gonna keep the boxing bills coming. What's good with everybody, man? Let me say what's up to the fam in the building. Lisa, the queen, is in the building. First one in the building. How you feeling, queen? Lonnie Lee, my God. JBT family, Trey Skills, what's good with it? Reef, what's good with it? Windy City Assassin in the building. Skywalker, Boxeo, what's good with it? Skywalker, Russell Casey. Salute brothers this morning from Cali. This morning over there. Salute to you, bro. Pulling up from Cali. Blitz Tactic, what's good with it, fam? Support all Black American brothers and sisters, European, and salute to your Blitz, much love, family. All things, what's good, bro? Man, power, good praise, a headbutt, holding, hugging, and running the whole fight. That is called pillow fist and boring. Flower boxing's opponents. I agree with that, man. I think he get a tough label put on him because he's a master class boxer and not this power punching knockout artist, you know. For me, I enjoy the sweet science as well as a good knockout. You know what I mean? I like them both. So salute to that. Val. Val, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Yes, sir, man. He got put on the show July 6th, man. We're going to talk about it. I think that's his audition right there. That's his audition for the world. That's what they calling it anyway. Black Parent, what's good with it, bro? Mike Mazak, my bro. Malaza, what's good with it, fam? How y'all feeling today, man? We got a few things we're going to build on, as always. Y'all know how we do. And I know y'all probably seen some of this stuff already. Like and subscribe, new here. Salute to you, Blitz. Appreciate you, man. Over here, we just love boxing, man. Everybody is welcome. Your opinion is welcome and appreciated, man. Much love. Welcome to the fan, man. Y'all smash the like button rolling in. Salute to the channel members. Much love to y'all. We almost at our membership goal. You know, I think we like 6 away. We 6 away. We getting there though. We getting there, but we gonna build on this good boxing. We got to talk about Oscar today, man. I seen Oscar, man, and I know y'all probably seen the clip too. But if y'all didn't, y'all know I keep the clips on standby so we could you know, break these clips down and have some fun with it. But Cheddar, what's good, bro? How you feeling? I know it's always an interesting day in the sport of boxing. When you got Delahoya, man, this dude, man, he might need to fight again, man. He been going at fighters. He been talking crazy, tweeting, man. He been trolling, tweeting, drinking wine, acting crazy, man. Did y'all see what he had to say to Devin Haney? Did y'all see this little message for Devin Haney, man? Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it? If not, we gonna watch it, man. We gonna get to it, man. Sheesh, man. Oscar Delahoya is a character, man. Robert Nichols in the building. What's good, fam? How you feeling? Salute to my guy Trey in the Cash App. A little support for the cooking. Blessings. Always big support over here, man. Much love to you, Brody.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
We're gonna talk about a few things, man. Something I wanted to bring up. I forgot to bring it up yesterday, but we're gonna talk about it today, man. We're gonna get to it and we're gonna get to the other stuff at hand. But I wanted to point this out because I ain't really hearing, you know, I ain't gonna say nobody talking about it. I don't watch everybody, so I'm not quite sure who is and who not talking about it. But for what I could see, I haven't been seeing anybody really speak on this. And it's kind of blowing under the radar, maybe because, you know, he's not people's favorite fighter. Maybe because it wasn't your favorite fighter that was in the ring with him when he was, you know, tested for these banned substances. But we know we all about keeping the same energy and putting out the right information. And I just wanted to touch on this because, like I said, this is something that kind of flew under the radar for people. And I ain't really hear too many people talking about it. I don't really see no, you know, bunch of videos floating all over the internet talking about this guy. But nonetheless, he is a fighter. He is known. He is a bit popular and with, you know, with the Mexican crowd. This dude, Julio Cesar Martinez, he was suspended recently. He was suspended and banned recently. Ace, what's good with the family? How you feeling? Yeah, right. They need to get it in, right? Something need to get. Maybe they need to run a rematch back, bro. Yeah. Look, we could talk about it over here. We build on everything real quick, just to, you know, because I always engage with the chat, man. I'm gonna get back to reading this article about Julio Cesar Martinez. What's good with the Ace? The thing is, Blitz, I don't know how you see it, right? But take it from me, a guy that's pretty neutral as they come, right down the middle. Flawless Metallic, Dr. Mark, salute to the OG. How you feeling? You know, I'm pretty down the middle. I love boxing as a whole, so I like all of these dudes for the most part, right? I appreciate what all these guys bring to the table, but I think it's quite a big misconception on the hate for Devin Haney. And why I say that, we always talk about this, and what it is, you know, you have people that'll go to bat for him, and they'll be willing to push narratives that you can prove without a doubt. That's a narrative, and that's not valid. You get what I'm saying? So, and then when you do it, people will equate you pointing out the truth, or you searching for the truth instead of going with the narrative. They'll say, oh, you just hating, you just doing this, or you didn't have your father, you just hating, you don't like him. And that's not always the truth. In most cases, it's not the truth. So what I'm saying is, if people take a step back and they start trying to have more conversations with more boxing fans as it pertains to Devin Haney and his career, they just got to understand and accept different perspectives, and they don't do that. So a lot of times when they hear his perspective different than their own, they already equated immediately to hate. It's always hate. Oh, y'all just hate them. You just don't like them. And I'm trying to tell you, if you really listen to people, they don't hate them. These are people like, you know, a lot of times the people that are deemed as haters are people that buy his fights. So you get what I'm saying? It don't really make a lot of sense. Like, explain this to me. Like, they'll say, "Oh, you just don't want to admit it." What's the high? Like, I'm not going. If I don't like somebody, I'm damn sure not going in my pocket to buy no fight of theirs. You get what I'm saying? So just think of that the next time you feel like somebody might be a hater. Ask them, bro, and just do the test. Ask them, did they buy the Devin Haney fights? A couple times he was on pay-per-view. Did they pay for him? See what they say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you're gonna hear that a person actually bought the pay-per-view that's being deemed a hater. And like I said, that's support. That's like you going physically in your pocket to take your money out to support this man. And you might have an assessment on the fight. Like, for example, people were getting called haters for thinking that Loma beat him. That's ridiculous. Like, a lot of people thought that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. I thought Devin Haney won, but that's just my point. Like, you'll get called a hater for having a difference of opinion. Think about it. Shakur Stevenson said who he thought won the fight. They called him a coon. Do you get where I'm going? Like, we're not even almost allowed to have an opinion on a fighter that you support and you rock and you want to see be successful. But his diehard fans, like, they'll argue you down about everything. It's almost like you can't have an opinion on them without it being hate. So the next time you might think somebody's a hater, ask that person to honestly tell you if they bought his pay-per-view. If the answer is yeah, then more than likely they're not a hater, unless they really paying for him to see him lose. You know what I'm saying? Which I doubt. Daniel was good with it, fam. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get me. Yeah, but don't get it wrong. Don't mistake it. Some people are just some flat out haters. let me be clear on that too. But I speak for the people that just have a difference of opinion, want to see him do well, and just like, you know, have honest criticism. That's all. And it's out of your life. What's good with it, fam? Tim Layton, my guy. Dre Smith in the building. Was good with it, bro. Tank Bud. Shakur A-side. If Loma turned up in the 12th, he would have won, right, Dre? He let that 12th off the hook like he always do. Cornelius was good player. How you feeling, man? My guy, Tim Layton, JVT family. Man, but yeah, so, you know, I just always ask you to consider that. You know what I'm saying? Most people just think everything is hate. It's like, nah, man. If you a real, I think, boxing supporter, you're a supporter of the sport, you can't really knock what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to be the most eye-catching, eye-pleasing, but he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? And he represents the sport at a high level in the right way. I always give him his kudos and his just due for that. So that's just what it is. It's not as much hate as it is a difference of opinion. Now, I wouldn't say he don't have none, like I said, but trust me, most people don't hate him. You know what I'm saying? Ray Patterson was good with it, especially, I'm speaking for the real boxing fans. The real boxing supporters don't hate that man because they don't have no reason to. You get what I'm saying? They don't have no reason to. He representing. Like, salute him. And he's corner with it, dude, cuz salute to my guy, Dre Smith. So that's just that. I had to, like, make sure you get that spoken from a real supporter of his. Like, I rock with the dude, but you know, I mean, a lot of times people stir up narratives. They tear down other fighters to build him up. And that's what start building the disdain. And then the whole element of his father, the way he talked, the way he tear down fighters to build his son up, like, that turns people away too. So a lot of times it turns people into not as much as a supporter as they would be because they're turned off by the energy that's put out from that camp. That's all. You know what I mean? But if, like I say, for the real ones, you're able to look past that, see it for what it is, and just analyze him, the fighter, and say that dude can fight. Straight up and down. You get what I'm saying? Straight up and down, he can fight. If you saying he can't because he ain't getting knockouts, that's bull. You trying to slight him. The dude could fight, yo. He ain't no knockout artist, and everybody can't be one, but he can fight, and he gonna have a chance to win any fight that he's in. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, yeah, hell no. And look, Blitz, Shakur, my guy, but hell no. But look, let's just be real. Everybody can have their opinion. People go crazy on him for his opinion. Let them think that. They turn it into something so negative. He said that because of how big he is. You get what I'm saying? Think about a lot of the reasons why people pick Fury to beat other fighters. It's the size. Yeah, we know he can fight too, but it'd be the size that be getting him over the top. He'd be so much bigger than these other guys. So it was just his opinion. But nah, that Shakur is my guy. I'm from Jersey, but nah, I don't think so. I think Muhammad Ali is just special, period. You know what I'm saying? Stood for way more than boxing. Hell no, there's no way I'm picking him. Ali would have figured it out. You know what I'm saying? His own verse. Peace to my bro. How you feeling? Good to see you. As always, my bro. Sharing the lives. Appreciate you. Much love. Salute to you. But as always, man, I'm always going to give you a fair assessment, something straight down the middle. You gotta build the sport up instead of tear it down, man. It's way more enjoyable when you able to highlight why this shit is dope instead of saying, you know. But let's get to it. So look, Julio Cesar Martinez, we know, we fresh off the Ryan and the Osterine stuff, but people were so, I think, caught up in that this one kind of flew under the radar. And he's a notable guy in the sport of boxing too. You know what I mean? He had the fight with Chocolatito that everybody know about. He came up short in that fight. But since then, he put together some wins. But, as you see up here, he received a 9-month ban for failed drug tests. So I'm going to read this to y'all, just to touch on this, just to put this out there for people that didn't see it and show y'all how if people really care about the sport being clean, like they all about, condemning cheaters, they would know about this. They would know about this. You get what I'm saying? So Julio Cesar Martinez reportedly received a 9-month suspension by the Nevada State Athletic Commission following a positive drug test for his 12-round majority decision win over Angelino Cordova on March 30th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This fight has now been changed from a win to a no contest, y'all. So remember, everybody, they staying consistent with that. It was drug test, failed drug test involved. This dude was banned, for 9 months. And that win of his was changed to a no contest, as was Haney's. Ryan's win changed to a no contest. Man, let's say Martinez, 21-3, 15 KOs, successfully defended his WBC flyweight title and his victory over Cordova, who was 18-1-1, 12 KOs, according to Ring Magazine. Martinez, who was 29, tested positive for S5 diuretics and other masking agents from his victory. So this dude has some type of diuretics in his system, and they suspended his ass 9 months for it. You know what I mean? And, they saying some fans on social media was wondering why he didn't get a full 12 months like Ryan Garcia, who was banned for a year by the New York State Athletic Commission, for the positive test for Osterine. And they saying it's unclear why the commission gave Martinez a lesser suspension than the one Ryan Garcia received by the New York Commission, but things may be a little less strict in a hot state than on the East Coast. That's what they're saying. But I just wanted to highlight that. So this dude got 9 months. He didn't get the 12 months that Ryan Garcia got, and they can't really give an answer as to why. But maybe they just more strict in New York at the end of the day. But people that, if you really care about fair and clean sports, it wouldn't hurt to mention this either. You know what I'm saying? Because this ain't good. This dude, get a lot of knockouts and stuff like that. He pretty popular, a little smaller guy. For the smaller guys, you know what I'm saying? They know him. So this don't look good, man. And people just keep popping dirty. This sport, man, need to be cleaned up. And diuretics ain't no joke. And I think if these dudes be taking these diuretics, man, because they out here trying to lose weight. And I'm telling you, man, that shit is no joke, man. But that's something I just wanted to highlight to the people, man. You know what I mean? This dude took some banned diuretics, S5 diuretics. That's what they called it. He got 9 months, and his win got snatched from him to a no contest, man. So that's definitely not a good look for him. Definitely not a good look for Julio Cesar Martinez, man. He didn't anything to beat Devin at. A little Australian Ryan is a better fighter and knockout artist. Open wide medal, but from Texas. Haney talking about he ain't fighting at a weight class, and he gonna fight at whatever weight class he want. Yeah, man. Him and Oscar, like I said, Oscar has some words for him, man. Let me roll a clip, man. I'm the clip king. Let me roll the tape. Oscar has some words for Haney, man.
Let's talk about Devin Haney now. Devin Haney, you're pathetic. You're dancing around in the bowling alley because you got your decision reversed? Nobody's gonna forget about that beating you took. Oh, and let's not forget, you're accusing me of not paying you? Bro, you just do not sell. That's the bottom line. You can audit my company anytime you want. I pay every fighter, and I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo, what he started. So bro, that 1-year layoff, that retirement, just enjoy it. Fuck you.
Yeah, Oscar, wow, bro. Oscar, wow, bro. Oscar, you can't tell me this ain't funny, bro. Oscar flipped him the bird. He said, you don't sell. You're pathetic. You don't sell. You don't sell. And I'm sure you got, and I pay all of my fighters. You got to, yo, you see, you heard him, yo. You see how he came on the joint? Hey, y'all peeped how Oscar came on the joint, yo. Oscar. You know I'm the clip king, man. I keep them, and I ain't even done. It's a lot of little clips we gonna play today, man. Oscar is a fool. Omega Red Peace, family, son of God, my God. A 5-star boxing starts, man. That's my guy right there. Why is Oscar whispering? Yo, I'm telling you, man. K-Ban said, bro, didn't they say he made $9 million? Then he was saying all types of stuff, man. Yo, he is hilarious, man. You gotta love it.
Let's talk about Devin Haney now. Devin Haney, you're pathetic. You're dancing around in the bowling alley because you got your decision reversed? Nobody's gonna forget about that beating you took. Oh, and let's not forget, you're accusing me of not paying you? Bro, you just do not sell. That's the bottom line. You can audit my company anytime you want. I pay every fighter, and I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo, what he started. So bro, that 1-year layoff, that retirement, just enjoy it. Fuck you.
Yo, nah, flipping him the bird at the end is crazy work. Yo, Oscar flipping him the bird. He told that man he pathetic for dancing at the bowling alley. He ain't feeling it, man. Oscar ain't feeling it. Oscar ain't feeling it. Get busy, man. I don't know what Oscar talking about. He just mad because he ain't got moves like that. Get him. Get busy, man. Oscar hating, y'all. He just hating. He's mad because he ain't got moves like that. I know hating when I hear it. He mad because he ain't got moves like
Let's talk about Devin Haney now. Devin Haney, you're pathetic. You're dancing around in the bowling alley because you got your decision reversed? Nobody's gonna forget about that beating you took. Oh, and let's not forget, you're accusing me of not paying you? Bro, you just do not sell. That's the bottom line. You can audit my company anytime you want. I pay every fighter, and I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo, what he started. So bro, that 1-year layoff, that retirement, just enjoy it. Fuck you.
The bird at the end is wild. Flipping him the bird at the end is crazy. Yo, Oscar is shot. Yo, Forever G's was good with it. Me either. I don't blame him, but this is funny. You know, I have a little fun with it, bro. Oscar go gangster. James said he still haven't put out the pay-per-view box. Hell nah. But look, he continued to make you think it couldn't have been but so good because like I don't understand why, I ain't demanding no numbers, but shit, everybody else is. They want to know what's good. I mean, oh, I got that Nostalgia Life Hardcore Boxing News, JBT family, my God, the big homie J Hardcore. What's good, Jay? Miss Joette, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Roby, what's good, fam? Hey, Oscar is a character, man. Nine Ether says you see Devin took a bit of Tank's dance moves for the way when Tank was dancing with AB and Richards and Hitchens. Oh, you a fool, bro. Nah, Ether, you a fool for that, man. You a fool for that. PGA's big dog in the building. What's good, bro? Yeah, man, I had to have a little fun with that. But ultimately, like, he said some things in there. Like, look, I'm not big on going out of my way to ever do content that proves that fighters don't sell. All I know is if it's a fighter I support, that's all I care about. So I support Devin Haney fights when they come up. All this not selling stuff, I don't know, because if we just being all the way transparent and real, if we being fair, you can't just say it was him this time too, because it takes two. Like, it takes two to make a fight, and Ryan fought two, and he actually had one for what it's worth at the time of. So if it didn't sell, you can't sit there and try to make it seem like it's all on Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia had a hand in this too, the same way that Ryan Garcia and both Tank put together did the 1.2 to 1.4, whatever it is, you know, over 1 million pay-per-view buys. We know that to be fact. They did it together, right? So whatever Ryan and Devin did or didn't do, it's both of them. It ain't just Dev. Like, just to be real, I'm just being real. Like, you can't just say, you don't sell. Like, what about the other guy? Because he was fighting. He wasn't fighting himself. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't Devin Haney versus Devin Haney April 20th. So you gotta do something better than that, baby. You know what I mean? But as far as the paying part, he said, look, you could do an audit on my company anytime. I always pay my fighters. That's what he said. Look, man, Dev said, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Dev said, blah, 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 man. Pay me the rest of my money you owe me, man. Trying to save face like that million that Ryan has to pay isn't going directly to you. Said, if that's the case, don't take it. He said, let's not forget, GGG sued you and won because you weren't trying to pay him all his money. You know what I'm saying? Dev with the clap back. You know what I'm saying? Dev said, I ain't going out like Willie Lump Lump. I don't know who Oscar think he talking to, but I ain't going out like Willie Lump Lump, man. Get me the rest of my money, man. He said, he said, pay me my money. You know what I'm saying? Dad said you owe him some ends, man. And he said you need to get that to him fast. You know what I mean? Dad said you need to get them dividends to him immediately, too, for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Getting that.
I trash of the day going to Devin Haney. Trash. All that motherfucking crying you doing, you need to be in somebody's gym at the bowling alley. I'm gonna take a year off. You need more than that to get your motherfucking mind right. Your mental ain't right, fam. You lost. You got drugged out through that motherfucking ring 4-5 months ago. Everybody saw it. Stevie Wonder saw it. Ray Charles woke up with a Pepsi drink and saw it. You got the right one, baby. That's what he said about Ryan Garcia putting them paws on your ass. I need you to come back bigger, better, and stronger, Devin Haney. I still believe in you, fam. I still think you can do it. Floyd done put them damn tapes out on you and damn Tank boxing. I don't fucking like it. Fuck that Spawn sexy. No match has ever been won in Spawn. I want to see you under the bright lights. I done saw you on them, Devin, and you didn't perform well at all. You need some new oil in your engine. WY ain't working. Bitch, you need some 1040 watt. That's what you need. You need some WD-40. Something. You're screaming. I got questions.
Yo, Bubba Dub is an idiot, y'all. Bubba Dub is spoken. Hilltop, what's good with it, bro? LaMarcus, my guy, what's good, family? I got Bruce feeling, man. If Bubba Dub is a fool, said so what happened to the 140-pound undisputed round? Oh, I forgot when it gets too hot. When it gets too hot, brother. Terrell Cameron, what's good with it, my guy, in the style of your life? And see, Cornelius, my guy, y'all know we do what we do over here, man. I always have clips because y'all always saying stuff that make me remind me of these clips, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always do it. Y'all, it's y'all fault. Gotta blame y'all. That's why I keep these clips in here, bro. That's why I keep them on standby.
We already ready to go to 40, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, already ready to go to 40, bro. And it get too hot, man. Masterpiece was good with it, man. But look, man, at the end of the day, I said it. You ain't catch it. Salute to my guy, Trey Skills.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my brother. Appreciate the support as always, my guy. Yeah, I'll be happy to keep him. Emmanuel, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, man. Look, all jokes aside, you know, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it, but look, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on with the money situation, but on the other end, as far as, you know, Dev saying, look, man, you owe me money, point blank and period, man, get that to me. Straight like that. I ain't trying to hear none of that you talking about. But Oscar, like, look, bro, I don't know what you talking about. You talking about I don't pay the fighters, man. You probably got that from Canelo. Man, I pay all my fighters. You can order my company anytime you want. You know what I mean? The fact is, you just don't sell. Said you pathetic for celebrating a victory, for getting your O back in the bowling alley. You know what I mean? Basically says you're pathetic and you don't sell. You know what I mean? I ain't here to prove or disprove that. That's what Oscar said. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, man, it takes two. He fought Ryan Garcia. You said Ryan Garcia is this star, right? You said Ryan Garcia is this big attraction. That's what you said, because that's your fighter, right? Well, he got put in there with Devin Haney. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem? That's the thing about it. That's why I ain't going to level. I can't level with Oscar right there. If the fight didn't do good as a collective, then it was on both, not just one guy, not just one or the other, both. You know what I mean? They both went in there and fought, bro. Both went in there and fought. Polo was good with it, fam. Said Oscar, bad promoter. Even Ryan pissed. He ain't get his money yet. Yeah, Oscar. I don't know if Oscar doing damage control or if he just trying to get ahead of this rumor that he calling a rumor that he ain't paying people. Because Oscar said, man, hold your horses, bro. I pay my fighters, man. I pay my fighters. He said you out here listening to Canelo, and I ain't feeling you, D. You know what I'm saying? James said Devin was B-side to the B-side. What did they expect? Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough, man. The only thing I could say out of that as far as the money, I'm feeling like he thought maybe being on pay-per-view, you know, and look, you can't, it's no denying that he's seen what Ryan and Tank was able to do, and he wanted a piece of that for himself, rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's my reasoning for why I think he wanted to fight Ryan, right? He said it himself, like the hell with legacy. He said he trying to make that bad. He said it right out his own mouth. So by his own admission, I think that was one of his sole purposes, is one of his primary focuses for why he took this fight. And to be perfectly 100, you know, this is just something I think, right? I think it's a chance that the money could have blinded him just a bit in this situation. And why I say that, it seemed like it was too much of a focal point, and it was just too much about money to downright downplay legacy after you've been selling us all this time on legacy, and then switch, you know, change your tune like that. The minute you get a fight that you felt like was going to be lucrative, it kind of bit you in the ass. And then look, check it out. You know, you had him be overweight, and then y'all renegotiated. You got money for that, so you was somewhat cool with it, right? And you even had your corner man saying he all money ain't good money. You probably shouldn't have took that. He said you was just thinking about the money too much. So that's coming directly from somebody that's in your corner. So all I'm saying is, I think I agree with him a lot when he say all money ain't good money. And I do think that was one of the primary focal points of why you wanted this fight. And on top of that, I think you were selling the wrong recipe, right? You were selling us knock out this, knock out that. I think you were trying to outdo. Yeah, trying to outdo him, Dre. Trying to outdo him, bro. Mr. Empire, what it do, family? Trying to outdo him, at least, like, right? At least, right? If they people, because you know people gonna say, he ain't trying to be like him. He just all right. Well, you could at least say he tried to outdo him. Is it safe to say that, Dre? That he was trying to outdo that, man, with that game plan, man, trying to approach the fight that way. Dre, finest in the building. Was good. How you feeling? Man, so that's how I look at it, man. You probably was trying to outdo somebody, and it didn't work out in your favor. It didn't. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Kind of backfired a little bit, but the beauty of it is, you were able to get your you was able to get your O back. You know what I'm saying? You was able to get your O back, and I think that's one of the most important things when it's all said and done. It was the fact that you was able to come up out of the situation unscathed to a certain degree. You need, at least record-wise, right? Damage is damage, but let's see what he do. Yeah, for sure he tried to outdo him, and I mean, and look, just to try to be fair as possible. Look, ain't nothing wrong with trying to outdo people, right? But I think the focus should always be you versus you. And I think as long as you keep your eye on that prize, you good. You in there. You get what I'm saying? I think when you get caught up in trying to outdo people, now you might be losing focus of the mission, right? The goal is just to be great. And if you being great entails you being better than the next man, then so that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But as far as it just being the primary focus or like just a personal, I don't know. I mean, maybe that drives certain fighters, the competitive edge, but I think the goal should always be to outdo you and do better than you did the last time and just keep improving from there. I think that's a realistic bar or a standard. You know what I'm saying? When you start, and then you got to think, for you to be able to outdo somebody now, I'm not saying that, you can't do it, but just think about what you up against if we being all the way 100. You talking about a guy that's knocking shit out. Every time you get in there, somebody get knocked out. Every single time, damn near. You get what I'm saying? 28 out of 30 times, people biting the dust. Like, that's a lot to go up against. How you going rival that? How are you going to battle that? You get what I'm saying? And knowing that you're not that type of fighter. So you know what you do? That's a losing battle, because no matter how dedicated and focused you think you are, you're never going to transform into that guy. So you know what? Why even waste your time? Why even waste your time trying to be anything outside of what you are? You get what I'm saying? So that's where you go wrong at. You get what I'm saying? That's where you get caught up at. You know what I mean? You can't get caught up in trying to please the crowd the same way another individual pleases the crowd, because you can't be that person. You can only be you. You know what I'm saying? And what you've been putting out been more than enough, been keeping you successful, your name and all the conversations, you always being talked about, discussed. You get what I'm saying? For better or for worse, they talking about you. Dig what I'm saying? Your name right up there in the mentions of boxing conversations when we talk about weight classes. The weight class that you in, your name is always going to ring a bell. It's nothing nobody could take. So you get what I'm saying? You're already doing your thing. But what you don't need to do is get caught up in trying to outdo somebody that just pleases the crowd in a much different way than you. You know what I mean? You have your way of doing it. You get what I'm saying? You was fresh off a fight that was very impressive to the people. 12 zip, very impressive. You can't say that was boring. He was punching on shit. Now you can argue a little bit and critique. He didn't go for it when he probably had his man on the hook, but other than that, flawless victory. Damn it, you know what I'm saying? You can't get cleaner than that. He was swimming without getting wet. See what I'm saying? So again, man, just don't build it on from performance to the next, one performance to the next. That's what the focus should be, man. Not trying to outdo somebody that's just doing that shit totally different, bro. Said board and playing the way to the band fight. Hey, man, safe travels, bro. Safe travels, Ace, man, and enjoy the fights. You know what I'm saying? A1 Hoop Zone, my God, what's good with it? Gianni Lees in the building, man. He said, I hope he doesn't really think what he said in the interview. The game plan wasn't a problem. All the PEDs. Yeah. That's what I think. That's what he believed. And I think that's where the problem could come in at. You know what I mean? The lack of accountability or awareness, however you choose to look at it. You have to identify mistakes were made on your behalf. And even if it was simple as taking a fight was a mistake, there was some type of mistake being made on your behalf. It's just up to him to identify what he sees a mistake, and that way I think that would allow him in full to be able to, change the outcome the next time around. You know what I'm saying? Without being able to identify mistakes, it's tough to get better. You know what I'm saying? How do you get better if you don't know where you need to get better at? You know what I'm saying? Jamal in the building was good. He said to keep it 100, the plan was wrong because he got caught with those hooks. Maybe the juice was the difference, and that's why the rematch claim would be epic. My opinion, ain't nothing wrong with that. Maul, your opinion is welcome, bro. Salute to you, family. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's fair. The rematch could be different, much different. That's why we have these fights, and I'm on board for seeing a fight, of course, with both fighters being clean and both fighters making whatever weight that they agree to. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. I'm with it for sure. Bowling alley dancing like a big tank. Yeah, I remember that, Terrell. Cat Sports was good with the box story, and my guy, JVT family said people are acting like Ryan took all the PEDs, but most don't even know the effects of eye strain. The eye strain, they ain't walking to that lethal level. It's hard to ignore it, man. It's hard to ignore the obvious. He walked into it for sure. Walked into it for sure. Meeting ring Ryan's a knockout artist. Yeah. That meet me in the ring joint was no good. Ricky Williams, my guy. How you feeling, Brody? I mean, he was good with it. Yeah, you can. He said you had blue runts before. Not blue runts. I had pink runts. I had some Obama runts the other day. Trying to think. Not blue runts though. Pink runts and Obama runts for sure. Low Clarity said Devin maybe win next time, unrelated to substances, just by not repeating the same mistakes. Hey, Low Clarity, listen, I think that's realistic. I think it's a possibility, right? And for me, I think a lot of that lies on, it's centered around him understanding that, corrections got to be made. Whether you want to look at it as mistakes were made or that you just need to make corrections, or it's just things that you just need to do better. Some way, shape, or form. You need to be able to identify that something was done wrong. That's all. That's all. And if you can do that, I got a full belief in you. Just like Bubba Dub said, through all that joking and talking that he was doing, just making fun of it because he a comedian, so he gonna talk trash. But he said, what did he say? I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe that you could come back. Yeah, I do. And that's where I'm at with it. So it's all about identifying mistakes or deficiencies or weaknesses, things that, need to be smoothened out, areas where you need to improve at, all that stuff. Self-reflection is good, man. That's real. You can't lie to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you can only get better when you identify where you went wrong at. You know what I'm saying? Like being a panel time cooking on any channel. I got you, A1. Salute to you, bro. Okay, from AC. I'm out by Brunswick, Ray. I'm out by Brunswick. What is that? What you want to call it? Central Jersey. I'm in Brunswick, bro. Can someone please tell me how is Ryan answering to make Devin not move his head? Yeah, it don't. Ryan's always had that left foot. Has nothing to do with it. Yeah. It's tough, man. I know. I try not to beat a dead horse, but it's real, bro. That's just really the talk. I mean, at least he did the interview, so he wanted back in blood, but he made it clear he a businessman. He wanted inside and outside the ring, and when he say outside the ring, that's the legal route that I believe. He want to beat him up there, and he want to get back inside the ring. He said that's just the type of fighter he is, and that's what I like to hear from him. Now he just got to deliver on it. The question is how long he gonna be out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna determine some things for sure. You know what I'm saying? How much time you looking at spending out. Oscar Delahoya just trolled him, said, man, the year you taking off that retirement, enjoy it. F you. Oscar flipped him that good old bird. You know what I'm saying? Flipped him that good old bird. Kirk Douglas, what it do, family? How you feeling? Hilltop said, does he oh yeah, Sue Ryan and you can still get a rematch. You know what I found? You know what's interesting about that question, Hilltop? Did you catch the interview that he did with Ariel Helwani? If you notice, when he asked him about suing him, did you start the process yet? He said they still trying to understand all of it. Like they ain't even start no process of suing him yet. So I wonder if he even gonna pursue it or not. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. That too, for sure, Kurt. Yeah. Make him a monster like Eubank Jr. in his last fight. Yeah, he said, hold that phone. Gotta hold that phone. Yeah, for sure. Dre. For sure. Kello, my guy, said the rematch has to be on his terms. Devin doesn't want the rematch. Yeah, he said the rematch on his terms because they called him cheating. So, and I just don't know how that's going to go because if he not the A side of it, is they going to allow him to call the shots? So I think that if you really want to look at that, that's something to answer to. B-Dog, my guy. They may not have a leg to stand on. I don't think so, bro. And again, with him being getting the lion's share of the money the first time around, I don't know if the Osterine situation changes that. I don't think it do. You get what I'm saying? Especially now follow me, y'all. Follow me, because it's always a conversation within a conversation. We ain't got to completely stay stuck on Osterine, right? But why we talking about rematches? Because he's saying he won it back in blood, but it got to be on his terms. My question is, if he's fresh off potentially possibly putting out a statement where he could be potentially suing him because he said his market value took a hit. My thing is, if your market value took a hit and you trying to rematch this guy, how are you going to get in the driver's seat? How are they going to just forfeit over everything and just let you call the shots? I don't see a scenario where that happens. So that might even take you out of getting a fight for real, for real. That might even make it so you can't even get the fight. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Dre. Will Haney be the A-side? Nah, no, I don't think so, Mr. Impride. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. He wasn't the first time, and I'm only going off of what case that he was making, right? He's saying his market value took a hit, right? How are you going to get in the driver's seat? Like, I don't understand. I don't think so. Salute to my boxing, my barber. D, how you feeling, Queen? Always good to see you. Desmond Johnson, how you feeling, bro? P. Hunter in the building was good with it. Night Rider, my guy. And it's just an honest conversation. Devin already deferred the penalties. So I'm on a civil lawsuit, if anything. Y'all that require the ability to prove intent. Right. And I don't think it's gonna pan out for him. His term, who's gonna pay for the fight? Not DHP. Hilltop. That's why I say, man, I don't try to be funny about anything I speak on. We just have genuine conversations. Some stuff is just, it sound good when you say it out loud. But when you really get to thinking and breaking it down and seeing how that's going to materialize, you run into a wall rather quickly as soon as you say, like, well, now I want it back in blood, but it's going to be on my terms. And you like, you know, at the same time, you like, ain't your market value took a hit? He got, it was 55-45 the first time. I don't see it swapping for any reason, especially if you fresh off saying that you losing money because of him. Get what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. Big Dre, what it do, family? Fight Ryan can make big fights. Yeah, for sure he can. For sure he can. Absolutely, P. Hunter. Absolutely. I'll be the one that really wants to rematch. Right? Like he wanted the first one. All right, man. You know where I'm sort of where I'm at. You know where I'm at then pretty much. Ray Patterson. Salute to my guy, man. Jersey is in the building. Shout out to everybody that's from Jersey, too. That was not the ace on the lap. That's what I'm saying, Dre. How you gonna be this time with your market value taking a hit? It don't make sense, do it. They ain't gonna just, and it ain't no way where Oscar talking crazy to you, man. Oscar out here flipping you the bird. Ain't no way they just gonna let you call the shot.
Let's talk about Devin Haney now. Devin Haney, you're pathetic. You're dancing around in the bowling alley because you got your decision reversed. Nobody's gonna forget about that beating you took. Oh, and let's not forget, you're accusing me of not paying you? Bro, you just do not sell. That's the bottom line. You can audit my company anytime you want. I pay every fighter, and I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo when he started. So bro, that 1 year layoff, that retirement, just enjoy it. Fuck you.
The bird at the end is crazy. Yo, Oscar crazy. Oscar shout out, bro. Oscar is wild flipping that bird like that. It's easy to fix. Run it back. Make sure the test is legit. Get it on again. Yeah, Wilder did it. Yeah, he just wanted to. Yeah, the chat. Yeah, he just wanted to fight. Just wanted to touch that man. Facts. He wanted hands on him. Talking about getting in the ring. Should have took the mandatory, showing everybody can bounce back and stay active while you waiting on Ryan. But nope, he do the opposite. That's what I'm saying. That was a little confusing. I mean, but I get it. LeVar was good with the family. Yeah. Oscar funny as hell. Oscar said, man, you're pathetic. You don't sell. You don't sell. You don't sell. Yeah. He said, you're talking about it didn't pay you. The fact of the matter is you don't sell. And I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo. Yo, Oscar is hilarious, bro. I'm telling you, LeVar, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Man, yo, Oscar is hilarious. Rod in the building. What's good, bro? Oscar, the Fishner is playing Devin. He's saying what the people are saying. The beating is forever ingrained in our minds and we can't unsee it. Sure, pathetic, Devin. Yeah, he ain't like the dancing in the bowling alley, but I personally think Dad moves was fresh. I can't Dad's worth a lick. Yeah, I'm going to be the first one to tell you. At least Devin was on beat. You know what I mean? Y'all hating, man. Oscar just hating because he don't got moves. You seen Oscar put out that Blessed and Highly Favored parody video. He looked bogus in that. So he ain't got no moves. That's why he hating. He made better now. He don't make. He say, "Oh man, Dre said play." Oh, Dre said play.
Let's talk about Devin Haney now. Devin Haney, you're pathetic. You're dancing around in the bowling alley because you got your decision reversed. Nobody's gonna forget about that beating you took. Oh, and let's not forget, you're accusing me of not paying you? Bro, you just do not sell. That's the bottom line. You can audit my company anytime you want. I pay every fighter, and I'm pretty sure you got that from Canelo, when he started. So bro, that 1-year layoff, that retirement, just enjoy it. Fuck you.
Man, you hate it, man. Cue the tape, man. Hate on that man. Hate on that man. Hate on that man if you want. Hate on that man if you want. We got two bitches. Get busy on it, man. Let's make it sleep. Do the left to the right. Oh man, just having fun with it, yeah. But Oscar is funny going at the fighters, man. At the end of the day, if it is in fact, like, I mean, he keeps saying it. I doubt if he's joking about it, because he like blah blah blah. Pay me the rest of my money you owe me. So if he really do owe that man money, I don't know if it's truly that, or if it's just a matter of him feeling like he was set to make more money on a pay-per-view event. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, you know, I joke, but all things real. I want the man, whatever money he might be owed, potentially owed. I said it all along. I hope he get it. You know what I'm saying? I hope he get it. But again, it sound like he's saying, bro, nah, man, you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing, bro. Yeah, Oscar going hard, man. Let's talk fashion in the building, my guy. Remove. What's good, bro? To the voice, Devin got no moves, man. Y'all ain't like the left to the right. Y'all ain't like the shuffle. You ain't like the Gianni. What's good, family? How you feeling, Brody? Good to see you as always, man. He said you knew how goofy he really is. He just had a little bit of fun with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't dance for nothing, Barbara. Yeah, I ain't got no moves. What was he saying? And you show me some, can you show me some moves? Remember the last dragon? Delicious. Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Why somebody send me? See, y'all do it. Y'all blame y'all. Why did he say Diddy? Yo, see, this is y'all fault. Don't blame me for nothing. It's the chat. Thrill Hill, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? Ryan jump on Bill on Mill City. Did he? Man, see, Rob Walker did it, bro. Rob Walker did it.
What's up? Hey, tell him who you are.
Sir, Devin Haney, professional fighter, 4-0, 3 knockouts.
Fighting on the Pacquiao card. Yo, he's being humble. His hands is back.
But somebody sent that to me. D for the win, my guy. What's good with it, bro? You was cooking earlier too, man. My bad. I put B3. I meant D for the win, but I got it right. I corrected it myself, man. Creole the Traveler, my guy, frequent flyer in the building. What's good, bro? How y'all feeling? Yeah, somebody sent me that. Y'all terrible. It's y'all. That's y'all fault. I'm the clip king, but y'all terrible because y'all know I'm the clip king and y'all be sending me this stuff because y'all be wanting me to play it on the lives. I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. It's y'all. That's 100% y'all fault. 100%. It's all y'all. It ain't me. I have nothing to do with it, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all know y'all run this show. Y'all sends it to me. Ain't not nobody else sends it. Yeah, but yeah, man. And back in blood is what he said. But again, you're gonna have some issues just fighting at any weight class. Maybe if he really runs it back with him in that particular fight, he don't have to pick a weight class, right? Because he already don't have a belt. He let that go for right now. But my thing is when he come back, he probably gonna want first dibs on the title because he is champion in recess. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see who holds the title when he comes back if he takes time off for no 3 KOs, fire tackle, stay works. That's it. It's over with. Oh man. The hottest name in boxing right now. Somebody said Dev is the hottest name in boxing right now. Jeez. Hold on. It's the hottest name.
He was gonna be in there.
Hold on.
With a smaller guy, be celebrated. How miraculous! Be celebrated. how miraculous, how incredible it was that he survived with a guy came in overweight and on PEDs, and knowing that he was on those things, knowing he was going to have that advantage, knowing he was going to have his power enhanced, knowing he was going to be in there with that kind of advantage, knowing he was going to be in there with a smaller guy where, he was going to be able to do the things and have the effect on a smaller guy with what was pumping through his veins. We should celebrate that. We should understand that, but we don't. Be celebrated. How miraculous.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we salute him, but I think I definitely salute him and commend him how he fought the fight and fought through that shit. The fact that he, even responded after the Oscar ring, but it's a deeper problem, man. It's a deeper problem. Kyle Cooley, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? Good to see you in the building, man. Blessings, family. I got you, A1. So I'm gonna say Tank don't sell pay-per-view, but who their favorite fighter want them to fight? Yep. That man is broken. Yeah, he got a tough road back. Got a tough road back for sure. That was something he posted on his Twitter. A repost on his Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to see if he put anything else that we needed to see, but nah, he pretty much told Oscar pretty much pay him. That's it. That's all I'm saying. He said Oscar to pay him. So you heard Oscar. He said he want that bread, man. He said he need that million. He said he needed it. He need his money now. Need his money, man. I don't know what's gonna happen out of that situation, but I don't think Oscar budging. He said he paid him, and it looked like that's it. He said he didn't get paid money. Oscar, like, what money? You know what I'm saying? Haney, the B-side of the Barriers was crazy in 2024. And think about it, Remo, with no title, Barrios got a version of a title right now. So unless he lose it, you know what I mean? Just he could be looking at going in there and not being a guy because he ain't got the title. You know what I'm saying? And in the new weight class where I don't think he ranked up there at 47. So yeah. Yeah, man. You might have to get to the back of the bus. You need his money for that whooping. Yeah. He's still trying to get extra money. I think that's gonna be a tough situation, but we'll see. Cause he said he want that move young. Ryan said Devin cheated against you. He said he told Regis Devin cheated against you. You should probably get the fight as a no contest. Wow. I like it. I like it. And Barrios get that Pac-Man fight. Yeah, I mean, that's what they talking. That's what they're talking. If he get it and win it, man, it'll be impressive for him. It'll be good for him. It'd be good. It'd be good, man. That'd be a really good win. That'd be possibly the best win on Barrios' resume at the time. You know what I mean? Even if old Manny Pacquiao, so be it. He wasn't getting there. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Right, that Devin look like a puppet. Devin need to get his mental right. Yeah, he had him looking like Alf a little bit. He had him looking like Alf. Devin is financially a liability, meaning he is not generating revenue higher than what he is being paid. Liability on the balance sheet, Devin. Yeah, it's tough. Regis should do something about him cheating. That's what he said. That's what Ryan said to him. He said you should probably get it no contest or something like that. Picasso, yeah, Oscar, like, man, what money? I paid you. Said, man, hey, man, give him back his money. And Oscar said, what money? What money? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had him looking like Alf. I ain't gonna hold you on. Yeah, I know y'all remember Alf from back in the day. I mean, it might be showing my age a little bit. I ain't super old, but that might, let you know a little. So I've been around for a little bit. Alf was that joint back in the day, man. Alf was that joint back in the day. Bill Nokia had his hand up his son, making him talk with Jillicus and Dummy. Yeah, but the knockout thing was tough, right? And look, again, y'all, that's why look, I'm gonna make my jokes. I gotta say that as a disclaimer. I don't want nobody thinking I'll be serious. I'll be having a little fun with it, but all things real. That's why it was some type of bad game plan, because the things that was said, you know what I mean? So it was mistakes being made because they admitted as such. Starting by saying that you allow the fans to dictate the way you fight somebody, that's never a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the manner in which you are saying they want you to fight is advantageous to the other guy, and it puts you at a disadvantage. It's not a smart thing. And Lisa, you remember Al? Remember Al had him on swole. Had his jaw on swole. Remember Alfred? Had my boy on swole, man. God self, my guy. Alf eating cats, remember? Alf was a classic, y'all. Y'all know it. Even, the fight is shrouded in controversy. He should have stood in the L. Yeah, he celebrated. Like the money and being loyal equals back into a corner, bad business practices. And then you look, Rod, on a more serious note. Like I said, when you hear Eddie Hearn talking about not pledging your loyalty or being willing to, and him being willing to lose money to you. But again, it's that whole being your own boss thing that's kind of biting him in the ass, just to some degree, if you will. Like, yeah, you might have some flexibility and freedom that maybe you feel like a lot of your peers don't have, but they also have a machine for the most part backing these guys where it's just you. And if you not, as Eddie Hearn put it in his words, pledging your loyalty to anybody, then you can't expect nobody to go to bat for you when it's time to bid for a fight, especially if it's one that the masses and the powers that be feel like it's going to lose money. You get what I'm saying? Now, this whole, being your own boss thing is starting to bite you in the ass. And that's why I say some things, when you say it out loud, yeah, it sounds good to say, but it's pros and cons to anything. And I don't think being your own boss is a bad thing, but I just think in this particular situation where you don't have the machine to back you or nobody that's just jumping to your aid, that's kind of where it could be somewhat of an issue for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving like he's full of Canelo. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work out for him either, Canelo. It ain't that off soft-ish, yeah. My dad mistakes. His team when they said a word about his mistakes, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's go Creo was good with it. It's gonna be tough, man. You gotta. I mean, the less accountability you're willing to accept or deal with, the more you run into issues. The more issues you're gonna run into. You're gonna run into the issues, bro. He was a boss, but he was loyal to Showtime and generated revenue for them and the company. You get what I'm saying, Rod? And you see how they was willing to go to bat for him. He get whatever fight he want. They rolling out the red carpet for him. He getting the treatment. You know what I mean? Promotion out the ass. You get what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So my thing is that I don't think it's a bad thing to be your own boss and be able to be flexible and work with the networks and stuff like that and co-promote. I don't think that's a bad thing. I salute and tip my hat to that. But I also don't think it's a bad thing when you got a machine that can push you and go to bat for you either. But it's cons to that as well. That's just one of the good things. You got, more than likely some money behind you, especially if you're a real talent. So you got the people pushing you instead of being out there on your own. You know what I'm saying? So it's pros and cons to everything. But, I guess if you're a guy that is pushing and promoting being your own boss, then yeah, I guess you're going to downplay signing on with a promoter because that ain't your way. Like you seen, and Devin Haney has been able to be very successful doing it the way he's doing it. So you can't knock it. You can't knock it. You can't shit on it or nothing. It's worked for him. So, but like I said, just in this one particular situation, there's a time that I could see where it may not have worked in his favor, being your quote unquote own boss. And like you said, you got people saying you should put your own money up for a fight type deal. So I guess that's what comes with being your own boss. Hilltop, my guy, in the super chat. Much love and appreciation, bro. He said, Haney fans, Devin won every round that he didn't get knocked down there. He absolutely did. Ryan is still a C-level fighter. Ryan popped dirty, and now he's Superman. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. Ryan a damn idiot though, man. His no accountability.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy Hilltop. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Ron, this shout out. I had an Alf lunchbox for real. You know, the classic. That was a classic, Remo. Alf was a classic. When you start off, you don't make money. They invest in you out, and they balance you out as progress. Devin unfortunately believes he's above it. And it's like a forming relationship is his downfall. And I guess the flexibility leads to you not necessarily being on solid ground. Like it's one of those things where it's business, right? And it looks like the loyalty is on a case-by-case basis. Like if you over here dealing with us, then yeah, we can do something for you. But if you over there dealing with somebody else, then it's like, yeah, we willing to still do business for you, but we ain't about to go to bat for you if we don't have to. In other words, like I said, no, Eddie Hearn said it straight, we ain't about to lose money. So get what I'm saying? I think that's where the issue, that's where the issue comes at. You know what I mean? He has built somewhat of a relationship with these entities, but I think it's based on situation to situation. You get what I'm saying? Because one minute he could be here, then he'll be over there. You get what I'm saying? So maybe it's an issue in and of itself for him. I'm curious as who he fight next. I don't think Bill. Yeah, man. I wonder what's up with that too. I wonder too. I wonder what weight class. I wonder who he gonna try to fight, where his interest lies. Is it still 140? Bill and Ron was on IG Live today, was they? If it's somewhere, I'll find it and pull it up because all things related to it, I'll you know what I mean? Let me see if I could find it. Your own balls can be a double-edged sword and can cut both ways. That's what I'm saying, Big Dre. I think he feeling some of that right now, right up until this point. I don't think that's been the case, but I think right now is you feeling some of it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to find it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Oh, all right. All right, yeah, I see what y'all talking about. I see what y'all talking. Y'all smash the like button for you, bro, man. We're gonna keep building. Devin's not a trend in the figure like a LeBron James. Devin believes he has arrived, but the numbers say he's a good boxer. He's not a revenue generator. He's not a headline level yet. Yeah, and you know what? That's okay. You can't rush that process and you can't force it. It's like the people decided. You know what I mean? The people decide that when they decided. You know what I mean? When you really got the people fully vested in you, always around the board, instead of just deeming everybody a hater, you could really start to get to that level that he's trying to reach. Shit, I want to see him reach whatever level he's trying to reach. Let's get it. Still smokes Haney in a rematch, in my opinion. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a tough fight, especially if you try and rematch him coming off the loss in a year. It's tough. Dante's boxing talk, my guy. Till got a clip where he backtracking out of boots. Fight saying he won't even say he want to fight. Hey, I ain't surprised. All things, my guy. Was good with it. But yeah, y'all want to, I take it y'all want to hear some of this Ryan and Bill stuff on Mill City with Zab Judah. So we're first things first. Shout out to Mill City, but we're gonna play this clip and then we're gonna get to it.
Bill was good, Bill. Hey, listen, you got to get yourself together though, Ryan. You got to, man. You was out of pocket for that. You shouldn't have did that, man. You've been out of pocket. We both been out of pocket. I'll say that. But listen, let me tell you, but Ryan, with it being 3-3, you guys got so much on the line. It could not be that he wasn't supposed to do that, dog. Wait.
Fresh Baker, peace, MJ, what up?
I'm saying it to your face. I never cheated. I never would cheat. I've never cheated in my career. Whatever I got popped for had to be tainted, and I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody say. I know I never cheated in my life.
But you
and I put down my mom that has cancer.
Yeah, but you did. That's not what you told the commission. You pled guilty to the commission.
Because it was either that or I go to court or wherever the hearing. And even if I win the hearing, they said that no matter what, they could suspend me. So I just took the year and said whatever. I know I didn't cheat. I don't need to cheat. I've been boxing my whole life. You know that.
And look, just to make good, I like this. Salute to y'all for bringing this up, for me playing this. And look, shout out to Mill City, man. He be pulling these people together, and it be resulting in you know, good conversation, good content. Respect to that. But I understand where Bill's angle is coming from. He like, yo, because you agreed to be suspended and fined, pretty much, that's an admission of guilt. That's what he's saying. They keep using you pled out, you took a plea deal. That's the words, that's the language, the verbiage they're using, right? You took a plea deal. But Ryan is exactly right. His team let him know, bro, if you drag this out, and if somebody else said this too, I think it was Eddie Hearn. I gotta look for it, y'all. I gotta find it. He spoke on it. He said that makes more sense for him to you know, just get it over with now than to drag it out. He said, case in point, look at Conor Benn's situation. Conor Benn didn't want to take no type of deal, didn't want to accept nothing, right? And he got caught up with some eggs and still didn't want to say, yeah, you get contaminated eggs, and was like, nah, and try to fight it. And look at his situation now. It's stretched out, and he still got suspended and still can't fight over there where he at. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not giving Ryan an out. I'm just saying I can make logical sense out of both people's standpoints. I get what Bill is saying. He feels like because you said you accepted it, that means that's an admission of guilt, but that's not the full story. You got to listen to Ryan's reasoning, and you take it for what it is. He like, look, bro, they told me I was getting suspended regardless. So why would I fight it and take it to court and do all of that, waste more time and resources, potentially money? You get what I'm saying? And then drag it out and still be suspended anyway. There was no way for him to get out of a suspension, which is why that's what he took. You get what I'm saying? It made sense to kind of put it to bed, then be like Conor Benn. His situation got dragged out. And then what did they do in the long run anyway? Suspended him anyway. He was getting suspended regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, I believe Devin got the brakes beat off from 12 threes. What's good with it? Bill trying to slick talk Ryan. Yeah, Ryan ain't going. Ryan like, nah, Bill, nah. That's what you get what I'm saying, Miss Joette? He made the best move for himself that he thought was for him. In their minds, they like, bro, if you didn't do it, you were supposed to fight it. But they're not really putting themselves in his shoes because, again, it wasn't Osterine and Devin's system, so they don't got to put themselves in his shoes. They just got their standpoint and their angle, and I completely understand it. But Ryan is like, bro, I was getting suspended anyway. I'm not about to drag it out. He got a lawyer. He got a good team, man. They like, bro, don't drag this out. The longer you drag this out, the more time it's going to take, more resources, and then you still getting suspended. What sense do it make? Get the suspension, bro. And it's still not that long. He probably missed a total of one fight with all this, with a year. So he all right. He'll be all right. They're doing this for the YouTube streets. All right, man. Salute to everybody, man, in the building. Y'all smash the like button. Say if you drag it out, only to be fined and suspended. Big Dre. That's what he's saying. You dig what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. So salute to y'all for bringing this to my attention, man. And again, shout out to Mill City.
But you that's not what
AB, you what up, bro?
Yeah, but you did. That's not what you told the commission. You pled guilty to the commission.
Because it was either that or I go to court or wherever the hearing. And even if I win the hearing, they said that no matter what, they could suspend me. So I just took the year and said whatever. I know I didn't cheat. I don't need to cheat. I've been boxing my whole life. You know that. I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. So I don't need to cheat.
How did it get in your system?
The guy that came to help me lose weight, his name was Scooter. He brought me he bought me supplements. And I took the supplements, and that was the day before the fight. And then it just so happened that I tested the day before and the day after. So that's exactly what happened. So a guy came in to help me lose weight, and I took the supplements he gave me, and for sure those are the ones that.
Okay.
So hold on, champ.
Okay, wait,
champ.
Is it safe to say? Hold on. So Ryan, so this was a day before the weigh-in?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So
you knew I was in a bathtub. You know the bathtub technique. You know that one where you get the Epsom salt and it's hot as fuck, and then they take you off and they wrap you up in a towel, and then you redo it over and over again. So that's what I was doing all night, trying to lose that weight, and my body stopped at 143 pounds. I couldn't continue. I was hurting myself. So
but when did you take the supplement?
I told you that day.
And you took the supplement during the fight?
How can I take a supplement during the fight?
I'm saying the day after the fight, because you tested positive both days.
Exactly. Don't you think it would still be in your system? Think with your brain. It would still be in your system no matter what.
Cornelius,
it's not going to be the next day.
What was the supplement's name?
Name was the one that they test. I don't know which one it was. Those are the ones I didn't have no knowledge of.
Okay, so let me just tell you which ones. So we'll know. So the world will know not to use supplements. Which supplements were they?
Bill trying too hard.
Like I said, I don't know what supplements. Those are his supplements.
Wait, no, hold on, Neil. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, City, hold on. Let me rant talk. Now, so you saying that Scooter gave you something you don't even know the name, but to this day you don't know what the name of the supplements are.
Those are what the lawyers have. Whichever ones that he provided me. He gave me 2 of the ones that he gave me. We sent that to a lab. They tested it, and it was tested with Ostrin in its tablets. My thing was tainted.
Which one?
There's no doubt in my mind.
What company? Which one? Which one of the supplements?
I'm telling you, I don't know what it's called. I just told you that.
Right, but that sounds like a lot, right?
Why
that
would
sounds
it
like a lot. Because what I'm saying is because you've been so informative to the people about everything. You would let us know is Scooter the one that slipped the shit on you, or is it the company?
Scooter is the one that gave me the supplements. I'm gonna always stand by the truth. Scooter gave me the supplements. I took the supplements, and then I tested positive. That's it. Point blank period. There's no bigger story. I don't know what happened. It got blown out of proportion.
I got a question, champ. I got a question. What was it? Hold on, Bill. Let me ask you one more question.
I just told you I don't know, Bill.
I know, but I'm saying it was used to cut weight, though. The supplement he told you, he said that you're going to use it. You want to use to cut weight?
Nope. He just gave me supplements. And
what was the supplement for, right?
It wasn't for cutting weight. I don't know what he gave me. I'm being real with you. I don't even got to be on this live. I'm being real.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it was.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
I'm a man.
Coming up.
I'm right here. I'm not scared because if you're scared, then you're lying.
Okay, so why did you say that everyone had contaminated, that Victor, that Bill, that me, that everybody?
Because I'm very skeptical. I'm still to this day I'm skeptical. A man that got cheated, that was banned from another sport, is helping you out. Devin Haney and your son has gained. He can lose so much weight, but then gain so much weight and then still fight for 12
rounds. Wait a minute. Did Scooter bring the shit?
But answer the question: why isn't Devin Haney's record non-void? Because he went over the legal weight limit that you can gain.
There's no fucking such thing as going over
that's what they're saying.
The legal weight limit. Because listen,
Devin Haney has been a weight bully his whole career.
All right.
Even in the amateurs, he was a weight bully.
Will they give you a chance to lose the weight if you're overweight? Do they give you amount of time?
Yes.
So why weren't we? If we were a weight bully, why we weren't given time to lose the weight?
What do you mean? Weight bullying?
I'm saying is if we're weight bullying and they say that we're overweight,
that's a dumbass question. I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody says we're gonna give you 15.
I don't know. Hey, some commissions enforce rules, some don't. I've seen it time and time again. Some enforce rules and some don't. Some turn a blind eye. Hey, Oscar Valdez got popped, and guess what? He got 0 suspension. Yeah. Shane Mosley got popped, 0 suspension. Canelo gets popped 6 months. I get popped a year.
You know why? You know why?
It's just different rules.
And he got him there. Ryan on point. Zab had to nod his head on that one.
Billions gram is, Bill? You could take a little salt, put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and that's what I had in my system.
Hey, listen, if you have a pinch of heroin, is it
Bill said, "You got a pinch of heroin. Is it still heroin in your system or not?"
There's no other way that pinch could get in your
funny
system.
as hell, bro. Yeah, Nelius, I don't know what he chatting about. What's good, family? How you feeling?
Yeah,
I heard what's good with it. That was the end of that, man. That was the end of that, y'all. So again, shout out to Mill City. He brought them together. He always doing that. I think that's dope when he do that. Bring people together. They have conversations like that. Look, I'm not here to take no sides. You know, Bill got he got every reason to question him third degree and try to get him to trip up, see if he being dishonest or anything like that. I understand completely what he was doing. I ain't mad at him for it or none of that. Look, Ryan got a point. Look, I ain't got to be on this live. He didn't look jittery and antsy answering the questions. He looked like he was answering the questions straight up. So, I mean, what's peace unheard of? How you feeling? He looked like he was answering the question straight up. So, I ain't, you know, whatever. You make of it what you will. You can still say Ryan a lie. I'm not here to make nobody's decision for him. That's why we played that together so we can all hear it, man. Salute to Bill. Sound like he's just trying to get to the bottom of what he feel like happened. He asked, you know, look, how I get in there, man. What supplements was it? The only thing where I say, just to be real, the only place where he looks the weakest and all of this on Ryan's side is when he asks him what supplements you taking and you just don't know at all, like what you put in your body. That is where I give him some pushback, like you're an idiot for putting anything in your body. I don't care who gave it to you, but for you not to ask what they giving you, and that stuff is that's stupid. That's foolish. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. You know it. Keep it on the has right to talk as much as he want, yeah, but he needs at the same time. Creole said Bill got cooked. Aaron, what's good with it? Liar in the comment. Yeah, man. I call it slick talk. That's slick talk. Slick talk. Y'all know how Bill be. Stands in the accuser to anyone against his son. He does not care who he destroys in a way of making Devin loved as much as he loves his son. And you know what's crazy, Rod? Listen, I've heard people say that. I understand where it's coming from. I know where they basing it off, and it ain't just out of nowhere. In the end, I think it does more harm than good. I think it pushes people away more than it brings people near, right? The only people that attach to that way of like the way of Bill is the best way to put it, is the diehard fan base. Everybody else, most people are turned off by it. Me. I'm in the middle, straight down the middle. I don't care what he do. Chris was good with it, family. How you feeling? You say he may not know. Yeah, he probably don't. I don't think he do, but that's the only place where it's like, I wish he did know. Like if I could say anything, and that's just me trying to be like fair to the situation. If I could say anything, I wish he did know. I wish he actually knew. Like I wish he could say, hey, you know what? I took these supplements, and this is the reason this happened. So, I mean, good. Look, kudos to him and Bill, Zab Judah, and Mill City for being up there trying to chop it up and have a conversation where they could get some straightening, so to speak, right? I think that's dope. You know what I mean? I think that's dope. I don't know if they got any more, but I'll see. I think that was it. He don't got another one of them talking, so. I don't know, maybe it ended right then and there, but that was cool, man. Cool little chop up, 40 mil bill. I mean, it's not to take whatever was out. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? B-Dog, just in human nature. B-Dog, bro. Like, yo, B-Dog, you can have a headache right now, right, bro? You can have a headache, and your lady could walk up to you and hand you something. Like, here, babe, take this. You're going to be like, what is this? Like natural human nature. You're going to be like, what is this? There's no way. And you can know she probably handed you an aspirin or Tylenol, whatever it is, right? That you might want to take for a headache or a migraine, whatever the case, right? But you still going to ask. Like, if you could damn near know without a doubt what she just went and grabbed, but you still going to be like, what's this? If you didn't physically do it yourself, you're going to say, man, what's this? Like, it's just natural. So that's the only thing where I look at them. And maybe it's, I don't know, just being naive and not thinking that you needed to question anything because it's somebody in your team. You feel like they brought somebody in here. Maybe you paid them to do a job and you like, you know what I mean? You just go with the flow, but it's still skeptical. You always want to be aware of what you're putting in your body, bro. You know what I mean? Son's the biggest meme ever, all because they cat for so long. Yeah, shot themselves in the foot with that. Definitely, for sure. Andrew Gray in the building, my guy, was good with it, bro. Probably soon he could trust whatever Scooter gave him because he trusts. Yeah, that is a professional. That's the only thing I'm saying, B-Dog. And maybe like, yo, we probably brought you in here. Pretty sure it wasn't for free, so they paying him a bag. So he's the professional, like you saying, all right, I trust him. And that could be skeptical. And did dude say that he didn't give him nothing? I still want to be as transparent with this situation as possible. Didn't that Scooter character say he didn't give Ryan anything? I mean, Urban Mac, my guy, was good with it, bro. You trust her, and this is nothing new. You're going to take that Tylenol without asking? Yeah. But it just, I guess still, though, it's still the natural human nature. Like if somebody handing you something and you know, you going to or look at it, right? You know, most you could figure it out, but you at least look at it, be curious, like you, and not because you think she's doing something to you, but just naturally wanting to know, curiosity, like what's this? You know what I'm saying? Did you give me Tylenol or is this extra strength? You right? You get what I'm saying? Something like that. Not saying like what's this? Like you get what I'm saying? What did you give me? Did you give me the Excedrin this time? You get what I'm saying? Did you get the aspirin? Right? You get what I'm saying? Like. Which one? Because it do matter. To me, it do. So I'm just saying, not, you know, you being skeptical, being poisoned or something, but, you know, just to the natural human, like what you giving me, you know what I'm saying? And is this going to work type deal? Urban Mac, my guy. Yes, y'all hit that like button. Scooter may not knowing what was in it. Yeah, Jay Allen was good with it, fan. Our Scooter say he gave him shit, but it's stuff he always uses. Okay, now look, appreciate that too, Jay Allen. Hoary Faints, my guy, was good with it. My girl Nurse, and I still ask her. Salute, family. Just natural human nature. You know she ain't doing nothing to you, Hoary Faints. You know it, but just naturally, like, what's this? Like, you know what I mean? Not even that you care what she say it is, but it just like that's one of the things naturally come to mind when you about to take something. You know what I mean? Like somebody ever walk up with food and they just offer it to you and you be like, what's that? You get what I'm saying? Before you take it or eat it or bite it, you be like, what is this? Or what's in it? Or somebody ever try to get you to sip a drink, you be like, what's this? Just like, it's one of those things, like just natural curiosity. That's all. You know what I mean? Not like, you know, suspicion, but just natural curiosity. No, nothing further than that. And my co-mo tried to give me an ad with rapping 4 words. I was like, I'm good. B-Dog, you crazy. He said, Advil wrapped in 4 was crazy. He said, nah, jump straight. I'ma deal with this headache, man. I'll get off for a little while. I'm good. Chop Shop was good with it, bro. How you feeling? I wonder how many Scooters kind of ever popped dirty and blamed him. Yeah, B-Dog stupid, man. But look, I'll say this though, Chop. I don't think he's blaming them like he intentionally did it. He's just saying the supplements he believed he gave them, those are the ones that they sent in that they said tested for ostarine, right? The thing is, it's all how you want to look at it. I can't tell nobody how to look at it, but for me, it wouldn't even be something Scooter did wrong, right? Contamination is real in sports, right? And especially in supplements. You can look it up. You'll find a lot of information and how present it actually is. Like you even had a representative come out. And speak and say, you know, he's willing to go as far as to say he's thinking it's being done on purpose. You know what I mean? Like with these, it's the way it's popping up and it's happening so much more frequently. He said he had a reason to believe that they starting to do it on purpose. And there was another guy that had about 20 plus years using performance enhancement drugs himself, right? And he was talking about how these companies allow these people to use the same equipment, and that's how some of this contamination is happening as well. So I'm all about information. I'm not about swaying the people. I just want to put as much information out pertaining to the situation as I got. So that's just both sides of it. Like we understand it being a banned substance, it ain't supposed to be in there, all of that stuff. But me just being me, I try to think, I look at situations in full, not in half. I don't look at just enough to make an argument because I'm not looking to make an argument. I'm looking to present information and get to what the truth is. So when you do that, you don't conveniently leave all this other information out as it pertains to the situation. When you hear how small the amount was, and then you figure, well, that sounds like that's consistent with contamination. Then you say, oh, go a step further, and you look into it, and you see how many fighters pop for exactly Ostarine. You see how somebody spoke about it being an old drug that's popping up. Like, it's just a lot of information out there. So you just consider all things, and you take it for what it's worth, and then you let them make whatever decision they make, and we be cool with it. So they suspended him for a year. That $1.1 million fine. There you go. You know what I mean? Have at it. You know what I mean? No pork on my fork. Always ask. Dodge J, what's good with it? Is it me or the name Scooter alone got me? Scooter. Sounds sus, don't he? And my wife works for a company that the supplement companies get their materials from. I spoke with the CEO about this. It was interesting what he had to say. Damn, P. Hunter, you need to come up, man. Stuff like that. I'm always like, that's information, P. Hunter. I be wanting people to know. I mean, if you ain't got to type it all, I definitely let you come up and talk to me because, again, we all about information, bro. Like, I don't have it all, but that was some of the stuff that I came across looking it up, right? Like, this stuff is real, contamination. And then you look at the amounts and you start saying to yourself, damn, okay. You know what I mean? You see, like, it ain't just out the realm of possibility for it to be that, just as well as it's not out the realm of possibility for Ryan to know exactly what he was doing. You get what I'm trying to say? You just can't take either thing off the table. And for me, the only thing that's been proven is that it was there in his system. No evidence has been shown to me or presented where it could say they definitively know that it was him doing it. I mean, Rob, what's good with it, fam? Rodzilla. Track record means a lot. Yeah, I heard that none of the supplements Ryan turned in pop dirty for Ostarine. It would be the same lot number, not his personal stuff. I feel you. Listen, I've heard the same stuff, bro. That's why I say I let him talk. So he just, you know what I mean? If what he's saying, Chop ain't solid, then, poke holes all through it, bro. Like you had the biggest dope cheat in sports history in your corner says a lot. I just think that's hard to just like look past as well. Like, especially the fact that he has so much of an opinion on the situation, knowing his past. Like, you would know, huh? You know what I mean? Once a dope dealer, always a dope dealer, huh? You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It's just crazy, man. But it's a lot of information about that stuff. But it's cool that Ryan did decide to come up there and speak to Bill Haney. I mean, that's what you need more of. You need more of that. You need more of those type of interactions, man. Get to the bottom of stuff. Ain't nobody call nobody a bunch of names. It ain't go left. They just was chopping it up. I like that. I wish they would have been chopping it up a little bit longer. So I could have seen what kind of, if they could have got to some type of common ground. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Ryan did. He stands firm in his position. It was supplements that was tainted, given to him by Scooter, as he said. He said that other than that, it ain't no other story. That's what he did. That's it. That's all. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, if y'all hear anything sus, that's why I play it with y'all. I play it. It's one thing to listen to all this stuff and then come tell y'all what I heard. Nah, I like to play it so we all can hear it. So I'm glad y'all pointed that out. That was cool to hear them chop it up. Itching and scratching, looking aside. Looking to the side during his interview. Yeah, he was a little uncomfortable, bro. Does he really? No, nope, Cal, because they ain't get one. You feel me? Hey, Cal, they ain't get one, bro. They ain't get to one. They ain't get to one. They definitely ain't get to one, bro. They ain't get to one. I mean, they just, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Bill still feel like he cheated based on that encounter, and Ryan still standing firm in his position. But hell nah, ain't no common ground. Because you see how many times he asked him the same damn question. He was trying to trip him up. He went lawyer mode on him, bro. He went lawyer mode on him, bro. He kept asking him. He was grilling him. Bro. But I wanted to hear what Zab was going to say, man. I wanted to hear what Zab had to say. I know Zab had something interesting to add, but Bill took up all the airtime, man. Took up all the airtime. Man, he got beef with Ryan and Oscar and Golden Boy. So in hindsight, man, I don't know. It seemed like part of me is starting to feel like Devin was probably better off never even doing business with Ryan Garcia. And reason I say that, I mean, it's at least like I said, at least he got his O back, but that fight, people still seen it, right? But I don't think no good has come out of this for him, right? Other than getting your O back. Like that thing, other than the whole situation has been a wash. You know, y'all did all the promoting, building it up, and go out there and have a fight. It go the way it go. The Osterine, you saying he still owe you money. Like I'm starting to look like you still talking about suing. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like part of me felt like you was better off just fighting Sandor Martin. Part of me felt like you was better off just fighting Sandor Martin, getting your mandatory out the way. That's what it seemed like to me, man. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, you want it back in blood? Look, let's do it. Let's see it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see it, man. But it seemed like that though. It seemed like he should have just, I don't know, fought the mandatory instead and just said the hell with this dude and the sideshow that he create, because it came with a sideshow. Like, I don't know if he anticipated all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot to process and deal with, man. So he listen, man. His road back ain't gonna be easy. It's not gonna be, man. It ain't gonna be an easy one. So the moment that time when Oscar to make the fight was downhill from there, that's what it seemed like, bro. That's what it really seemed like. It seemed like that. It really do. It really seemed like it. He still don't want to fight Sandor, and I ain't got nothing, no energy or nothing from him that makes me feel like he do. I think fighters know what it is. That's not a fan-friendly fight for him. That's not a big name. That's not somebody. Sandor Martin, ain't nobody checking for him. And I think when Dev look at that, he assess it for what it is. He like, man, here, man, y'all can hold on to this belt for a second, man. I ain't fighting that dude. I mean, I'm fresh off fighting Ryan Garcia. I ain't even made all my money back from that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fighting that dude. I'm taking some time off, man. And he say he ain't hurting for nothing. So there you go. Hopefully learn about the dangers of clout chasing. That's going to be interesting to see. You know what I mean? That's going to be interesting to see, B-Dog. Fresh Breaker said Devin knew what he signed up for. Probably in cahoots with all these antics. Yeah, man. Somebody else said that too. Official everything in the building was good. Haney was greedy for big numbers with Ryan. It backfired. I agree. I think you know, sometimes, you know, you could be blinded by the bag. I think this might be a situation where you could say that. And I want to be clear. Just because he blinded by the bag, I ain't saying that's an indictment on him or a bad thing, right? That just was a big focal point, right? I think his eyes got big when he realized that Ryan said, yeah, I'll fight you. You get what I'm saying? I think he was what's the name? I think he was excited. I think his eyes got big, man, and he seen dollar signs. He seen a dude that's not focused get quit against Tank. You get what I'm saying? Then you started adding the drinking and the smoking in the mix. He was like, "Oh, this is food right here. This dude is food. I'm fighting a damn drunk, a TikToker, you know, YouTuber, Instagram star. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This ain't no damn boxer. This ain't no fighter. He ain't get better since the amateurs. All of that stuff. I think that's what he anticipated. And all of that stuff equated. He seen dollar signs. He was like, man, I definitely could take advantage of this guy and beat his ass. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's like You see opportunities, you take advantage of them. You see opportunities that can move your career further along. You got every right to take advantage of it. But I think in this instance, it's sort of backfired. And the only good it came out of it was getting your O back. Miss Joy, what you say? What you mean? That's literally his job. What's that? Mr. Imposter said, what class is Ryan versus Haney going to fight at? 147. When cloud chasing goes wrong, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Cecil, what up with it, fam? How you feeling? What's good with it, bro? The suspect sounds suspect. Yeah, man. Then say the A side in the rematch. Yeah, he said he calling the shots. He said, "Look, I caught you cheating. I'm calling the shots. This my show." But I don't think that's gonna go like that, especially with Oscar flipping on the bird. Oscar out here flipping the bird. He ain't beat, and not take a year off. Yeah. If he take a year off, he just better not come back and fight Ryan after a year. I say that. I think that'd be pretty stupid. I don't need you, Devin. You need him. Nah, yeah, right. He don't. Right, GM was good, fam. Going back watching those press conferences, super funny. Yeah, it was geeked up, going back and forth. They gave us some good entertainment. They really did. He said Ryan had his way with you after Oscar. He wasn't. Not for an friendly fight, but it comes with the responsibility of being a belt holder, right? Fighting your mandatories. The mandatory is a necessary mechanism in the sport, and I agree 1,000,000%, Kyle. Know what I'm saying? It just comes with it. And then look, you had 2 opportunities. You bought yourself 2 opportunities pretty much not to have to fight him. So the third time is a charm. You knew you had to, you know what I mean? Kind of get him out the way. I guess he really is truly bag chasing. Mark West, what's good with the fam? Haney fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Nothing wrong with Ryan. Ryan, I think it's documented that he suffered with mental health issues, but in terms of like, was he physically unfit to perform and stuff like that? Hell no. Nah. So yeah, it wasn't nothing wrong with him in that regard. But yeah, I think he played into a lot of. I think Ryan played a character a lot for a lot of this. You know what I mean? I do. I think he was playing a damn character. Because now that it's over, it's like, all right, now you see him kind of taper down. So I'm like, yeah, that definitely was promoting. It was bad promotion. I think some of it was outside of promotion as well, but he was being a character for the most part. Man, so tough on him. It was crazy, yeah. Oscar on Devin, PBC, Bob, Eddie, they're homeless. He's his own boss, remember Aaron? His own boss, he bossed up, doing what nobody else is doing. Own promotional company, he the man. That's what they promote. So he ain't homeless at all, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? He got DHP. You get what I'm saying, Jim? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Bossed up. That's why I said this earlier. Some shit is just cool to say out loud because it sound good. It sound good. Like when you say I'm fighting on my terms. I fight at whatever weight I want to fight at. And then in the next breath, the interviewer asks you, so what about belts? You don't care about belts no more? And then you're like, oh yeah, I still care about belts. Yeah, well, not if you ain't fighting that weight classes, because you ain't gonna be able to compete for no titles that way. So he had him right there. And that's why I say some shit is cool to just say, and it might sound cool at the time, but when you really get to thinking on it, look how quick that it went from sounding like you, all right, you might be on to something. Look, I'm fighting at whatever weight class I want. And then dude turn around and be like, well, what about belts? And you're like, oh, shit, I ain't think that far into it. See what I'm saying? Because you're just speaking, you know what I mean, in the moment. Like, you're not thinking about it. You ain't giving no thought. And then before you know it, you realize you just saying basically you're never fighting for titles again because you're not fighting at no weight class. You get what I'm saying? And now what you doing? So I don't think you that big a starter to move quite like that and just avoid titles. You know what I'm saying? I think you snatching up titles is a good thing for your career. Dropping belts because you have no leverage, but you come back and dictate terms. It's gonna be even worse. That's why I say, man, the time off, it might be some pros and cons to that as well. You know what I mean? You're a man with no land, like Earl told Buck. Truly believe the business of boxing is a process of showing Dev the door. Shit, emotional damage. The great debater in the building. What's good, fam? What's good with it, man?
Get the fuck out of here, little nigga. Take that dumb shit with you.
From that on, that's the clip right there. That's about to be another that one about to stay in the archives for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out of there, little ninja. Take that dumb with you. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I hear it from that on, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, little nigga. Take that dumb shit with you.
Straight like that. Take the dumb with you. Never they coming in here with it. I'm on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's from Snowfall. I think Haney was banking on dramatically beating Ryan and becoming a pay-per-view superstar. Yeah. I think so too. I think a big focal point, and it was easy to see because you heard it coming from his mouth. He said, "The hell with legacy. I'm about making it money now. I want to make big fights and money fights." And it was like this was a theme of this fight. Money. You overweight, okay, let's renegotiate. Let me get some money. Boom, when I fight you, we gonna fight on pay-per-view. We gonna make some money. Cool. After I fight you, you popped on Osterine. Boom, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna get some money. Like everything just was money. I'm gonna knock you out and I want some money. And I think kind of lost your way a little bit in some of that. Kind of lost your way. You know what I'm saying? People ain't going to say that because they're going to just reduce it to what they want. But that's just me being real. Kind of lost your way. Your focal point, you kind of ditch legacy for the money. And then the situation as a whole is an L. It's deeper than the winner or loss on the record. It's the outcome of the situation, how much time you lost. You put out the statement saying you're emotionally, physically, and mentally unable to, defend your title and things like that. So you dealing with a lot. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with a lot. Come out of this situation, and then furthermore, when you say, Oscar still owe you some money, I don't see no good that really came out of this. I don't see no good that came out of this. Not even the initial money that you might have did receive. I just don't see how any of this made sense. You definitely didn't make the kind of money you was obviously looking to make in this situation. You didn't get the result that you wanted in this situation. It was a damn wash. No good. And then you still suffered the damage of a defeat. A full 12-round defeat. You get what I'm saying? 3 knockdowns. That stuff still count. That they can't erase all that. They could take the fight off, but you still gonna have 3 legit knockdowns in your career. You've been knocked. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's wild because it's like how they was making jokes about the Men in Black thing. It's almost like trying to Men in Black the people and make us think, nah, that really didn't happen, but it did. So all I'm saying is it's deeper than a win or a loss. It's an L because no good came out of the situation for the fighter at hand. You know what I mean? This situation was supposed to move him further along in his career, and I think it did the opposite of that by his own admission, right? Especially if you feel like it's costing him money. He losing money behind it, opportunities, future potential fights or whatever the case, the purse bid situation. He like, yeah, look, I'm really affected by this. So I don't, like I said, it's deeper than just getting your O back, because it's still like you took an L. It didn't go nowhere. The situation's still here. You still processing it, still dealing with it. You still got to come back from it. You got to bounce back. The shots that you took, the punishment that you took for those 12 rounds or the rounds where you was getting knocked down really happened. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It just almost seemed like you were better off, like I said, just fighting your mandatory and Sandor and Martin and keeping it moving. Not the position, making demands, nope, and controlling terms. And that's why I say, Akello, imagine this, Akello. You already not the A side in this situation. That Ryan get the lion's share, 55-45. We all know the split. It was made very public, right? I don't care about their money, but just for conversation purposes. So you wasn't the A side the first time around. You actually lost, but then, you know, because of the Oscar and it was made a no contest, right? So now you say because of that situation and you losing, now your market value is affected. So now you go into a rematch with a guy that was already the A side over you the first time before y'all even stepped into the ring. Then he actually beat you, you know what I mean? Regardless of the end result, now you get back in there with your market value affected and you telling me you're going to be the A side in this fight? How? Make that shit make sense. That's why I say that's being delusional. That's not being out of touch with reality, whichever word you choose to use. That's not being realistic. 704 Joe, what's good with it, fam? But I will say this, as I've been saying the whole time. If Oscar Delahoya owe him money, as he put it, Oscar, get that man his bread, Chief. Get that man his bread, bro. Fight wasn't for no belt, so not even WBC can force a rematch. Nope. And they gotta just want it. They gotta want to put that together. And then now look, now you get what I'm saying, GM. Now you gotta want to put it together. And for you to be in the driver's seat the way you want to, they gotta just say, yeah, we cool with you running a rematch. And there's just no way that's gonna happen. Oscar out here flipping you the bird and everything, bro. It's over with. Fight wasn't. Ryan really devious. Ryan fool, boy. Ryan, shout out. Ain't no bread. That's what I'm saying. So it's over. That you get what I'm saying, Kello? More of a testament to how this could have ended up really being a waste of time when you really look at it. When you really look at it, it could end up being a wash for him, a complete wash. You get what I'm saying? It could be a complete wash for him. Haney still in the running for the tank sweepstakes. I be what I play. How you feeling? Man, you know what? That's an interesting question, Mr. Empire, because you figure with a year off and you already a weight class up, you might be at 47. You might have to stop talking about that dude. They might actually have to stop mentioning him. His pops might actually have to stop mentioning him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Devin keep saying something via social media. He will be replaced by someone else. Hitchens Mason will be promoted to his spot. You already know how that go. Everybody love the new shiny toy, and they loving Abdullah Mason. Everybody want to be Kobe. Now everybody can be Kobe. That's 100% fact, Jim. William Old School, my brother. What's good with the family? That's truth, Jim, for sure. So yeah, man. When it's all said and done, man. You know, Oscar said it ain't no bread. He's been consistent. He said, man, you pathetic. You don't sell, bro. Like, ain't no money. He paid you already. So I guess they just got to move on. I don't know. Unless, I say the only way he getting more money out of Oscar from what it sound like, if he able to sue him or something. So, like I said, him dealing with Golden Boy, him dealing with Ryan, it's just been one shitstorm for him. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he deserved it, but you know, there are people that say he knew full well what he was getting himself into dealing with Ryan Garcia, especially when he had the first time. He had the opportunity to go another way when Ryan pulled out the first time BS. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he should have took that as a red flag or a sign to, you know, not do business with that guy. So I don't know. He went looking for Ryan fight, for that Ryan fight, and got it. We got another soap opera BS, Ryan Bill in Mill City. Yeah, I just had played it. I just had played it. H Warrior was good with it to keep it buck. He thought because Tank made it look easy and cashed out, he could do the same. Yeah, not realizing. I mean, I know he probably looked at it and was like, well, he did it. He quit against him. His dude ain't really focused. He a quitter. I'm way better than him since the amateur days. Like, he thought he just had the ups. And he didn't realize that they were closer in skill and talent or whatever than what he realized. And maybe he didn't factor in the fact that styles make fights. Like, people say it, but I don't think that was a deciding. I don't think that's something he thought about going in there. I thought he felt like he had the style to make the fight his fight. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't go that way. Now, the real question, what network would the rematch be on? Also, I don't think the rematch has more value now than before because people got questions on both sides. Honestly, that's fair too, A1. You know what I mean? That's definitely fair, bro. Definitely. That's definitely fair. Devin has to be a champion recess. Shouldn't even be talking about a comeback. Yeah, it's tough. Like, and that's why I say, man, it's you benching yourself. Essentially, you benching yourself. You know what I'm saying? You benching yourself. Pretty much benching yourself right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, but man, shit, man. I guess the saga continues to a certain degree, right? The saga continues with them, but let's keep rocking, man. Let's keep rocking. So, man, y'all remember the Teofimo did that interview with the Danza Project, bro. And I told you it was so long we didn't even get through the whole thing. And I had caught another clip that that I came across, and I'm gonna play another one of his interview from earlier where he picked a winner out of Tank and Loma. But Teo asked Regis can make a comeback for Devin. Yeah, him and Catterall, I believe, is the fight. Regis and Catterall. Well, yeah, man, I was checking out this clip, man, and Teofimo claims they would have killed him in New York had he beat Kambosos. It's a little short clip, but just listen to this guy. Like I said, he got a fight coming up. And he promoted everything way more heavily than he promoted this fight.
Had I won against Kambosos, they would have killed me in New York. I said that I was going to relinquish all my belts, right? So the script finally went in. And they had to make sure Kambosos was the winner that night. They show the ref raising my hand first and then Kambosos. So in God's eyes, I won that night.
In God's eyes, I won that. Because the referee raised your hands, he said in God's eyes he won it. Had he beat Kambosos, they would have killed him in New York that night. I don't even understand why he thinking that, why he's saying that. How? I mean, ain't you from Brooklyn? Ain't Teo from Brooklyn, y'all? Am I tripping? Ain't Teo from Brooklyn? Why would they have to kill him for beating Kambosos in New York? And he's supposed to be from there. I'm totally confused by that comment. Talking about this script. I said I was going to relinquish my belts. And I was just like, bro, this dude talking this conspiracy stuff. There's no conspiracy with the Kambosos fight, bro. There's no conspiracy. You went in there unfocused, switched on. You was emotional as hell. You didn't follow no game plan. And it cost you, and you got beat up, and your pops didn't do you no good. He didn't help you none. So, like, bro, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. I really don't. I don't know what he was talking about. They would have killed him, bro. Ain't your ass from Brooklyn? Why would they kill you for beating up Kambosos, a guy that everybody thought you was gonna beat? They thought you was gonna beat him. What are you talking about? This dude be killing me, man. Teo be tripping. A1, what's good with it, bro?
Shit, I can't call it, man. Appreciate you letting me on. Salute to the chat. Now, got my kids knocked out, so you already know anytime they go down. Shit, I try to hop on a panel. That's why I said earlier when I was laughing and shit, I was like, man, fuck it. I'm about to pull my Dub Right Side impersonation. I'm about to be a panel thought, and I'm about to get on every panel I can.
Right. All good.
But no, as I was saying earlier though, bro, like in the comment, I'm just saying like for you know what I'm saying, for a sell value of it, I honestly think however the numbers did this time around, which I've never been a person to really care about how the numbers do. I just want to see the best fights be made and whoever come out on top. But I honestly think, bro, like in reality right now, this is the highest sellers point that fight could get. And I think they're going to get a lot more people, whether it be casual fans or hardcore fans, because hardcore fans that saw him lose can see beyond the fact that they said, you know, he was cheating, PED cheat, as far as dad being cheated and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're going to look at it and say, okay, he cheated doing this, but that still can't say how you couldn't avoid when that left hook connected and stuff like that. They want to see if he can make the adjustments and be the masterclass boxer that people assume that he is. And so, like, a lot of like hardcore fans want that confirmation. Okay, is Dev really like that of what you know what I'm saying, what we believe him to be? Or is it a situation where he fought somebody that was on some special juice and it was just an off night or whatever the case may be? Like, those are real questions that boxing fans, like, you know, true boxing fans want to see, regardless of, you know, there's a lot of people that give Dev or blame Bill for Dev getting that kind of hate energy that a lot of people hate because they feel like Bill talked too much. And they feel like he talked his son right into an ass whooping. And a lot of people say he got exposed and this, that, and the third. Like, my personal opinion, I could care less because, like I said before, Bill as a promoter is doing his job because he got people talking about Dev, good, bad, or indifferent. Absolutely. But as the father part of it, like, he got the utmost confidence in Dev. But and people hate seeing somebody be able to be. They were successful for 31 fights, and now all of a sudden they came to a loss. Everybody is trying to throw away all that success before. But then again, there's an asterisk here. I got to see it again and see how it plays out. If it goes in there and Ryan is on the up and up in shape, and he go in there and starts Dev, then it's just one of them things where Dev had his number. I mean, or Ryan got his number, plain and simple. You know what I mean? But if it's the opposite, they go in there and fight, and Dev come out there and it looks completely different, then you got to say he made the adjustments. You can't say the PEDs was the whole reason Ryan performed the way he did. That motherfucker was out of shape and was fighting in spurts. If you look at the rest of his fight, his ass pressed forward the entire fight. So all he does is throw like wild ass punches when he gets tired. Right. So I want to see it just for that value to see, answer some questions for me. I'll pay for it again, but like I said, what network is that shit gonna be on? Like, what Oscar out here, like you said, giving them the middle finger and all that stuff. So I'm like, bro, I just want to see how they line it up and who come out on top. And for me, I love what I'm hearing say. I want to get it back in blood. In outside of the ring, like I'm gonna make you pay legally, and I'm gonna make you pay by beating your ass when I get the opportunity to do it. Like I'm like, that's what I want to hear. Like that's exactly what I want to hear. I know a lot of people don't want to see him fight him again just to give him that payday, but for me, it's like, nah, go in there, beat his ass. Cool, he can make a payday off of it, but get it back in blood.
Right. Nah, real talk. I listen. I ain't mad. I'm always fair. I'm always try to be realistic. Not saying that I would do it that way. I don't know what I'd do if I was in a situation, but like outside the ring legally, you got to think like he's gonna play the only hands that he can play, being that he had to go through the embarrassment, the cheating. He like, bro, I'm about to tear you up in your pockets. Like, so that's the side that people not saying. They saying they're making him look soft, but I think when you look at it, he like, well, at least he is saying, look, I do want to fight this dude again, but I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna hit him where it hurt too. I'm gonna hit him in the pockets, bro. Like, nah, he cheated. You get what I'm saying? So he gonna stick it to him however he can. Now, I would just prefer him just whoop his ass, but I can say I understand his angle. He like, bro, I'm gonna make you suffer too. You know what I'm saying? I had to get embarrassed. You cheated me. I had to deal with all this, fight to get my old back. I feel like he losing money. So he like, you get what I'm saying? When you look at that and you really just trying to hear the whole situation, you feel like he a guy that's getting costed money. So why not get you for money that I feel like you costed me? You get what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. But the best part about it is him saying he'll fight him again. But I do understand if you cost me money, I got every right to get in your pocket. You know what I mean? Alan Johnson was good, fan.
And I was gonna say to add on to that, dude, is like, if you mean to tell me you got a job and you go in there and that motherfucker, like, you mean to like they just do some off the wall shit, like take part of your paycheck and give it to somebody else, you gonna be like, hold on, bro, like, nah, hell no, like I'm about to hit y'all in the legal way because I can't put my hands on you. So no, you definitely right that he definitely he doing some stuff that most people would be like, certain people of a certain way will say, nah, just get it back in blood and that be it. But then since he is, DHP and he is his own, boss and all that type of stuff, he like, nah, bro, I got to cover both sides of the spectrum. Like I'm gonna give you these hands, and I'm gonna take back what I believe I'm owed. And I'm like, I'm cool with it just because like I'm hearing that latter part of getting, like I can align more with the get it back in blood part.
Right.
But with him wanting it as a businessman, I'm cool with that too, because he's saying like, bro, like you said, it's gonna be hard for him to prove some of that, like how he hurt your impact of sale and stuff like that. But it's like, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to try and make sure that you can recover what you believe you did lose, because can't nobody tell you what you valued at, because don't nobody know. Like, what if let's say he would have won and he had like a Shakur catchweight fight lined up, or he has some other kind of fight lined up that wasn't being mentioned or talked about, but behind the scenes, which we all know that shit does happen, he had some stuff lined up in the works that was going to see him get paid some major bucks for it. So it's like, I can't offer too much on it to say because I don't know, but at the same time, I'm like, shit, get every dime you can, because boxing gonna get every dime out of you that they can.
Yeah,
like all of them gonna do it
for sure. And that's just, you know, trying to understand and give him a, you know, some benefit of the doubt too. Like it's not as cut and dry as being soft as people want to make it. Like it's not that. It's like, you know, you can't really get him outside the ring, but I can get him legally. I can get in his pockets. He cost me some money. And then you know what else? When I come back, I also get it back in blood in the ring. So go ahead, do your thing, man. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I just want to see him stand on it. But I do think the year off, like I said, is risky to come back to him. Salute to my baby girl, the queen, Miss JusDueBoxing. How you feeling, baby girl? Good to see
you think so, dude?
To the queen.
I think that year off is going to allow him to heal physically from any damage that they didn't report to us, because he might have taken some damage that they didn't disclose to the public. And on top of it, it allows him to kind of get not only physically right, to get his mental right too. Because again, that's his first loss, and to lose in that type of fashion, being dropped that many times and this, that, and the third, like you can say, okay, you know, Ostrom was part of it, but it ain't all of it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that went into it that, you know, it just happened to play out that way. Now it's like, okay, how do I bounce back as a true champion? Like, how do I get back to it?
Right. William Old School, what's good, brother? It's
Bruh,
good. Scooter
these two are like the bad gift that just keeps giving and won't go away. I kind of half-ass watched that. And I like how Ryan brought up the fact about the constant weight gain after
the
weigh-ins. I noticed Bill didn't want to answer that either. Bruh, look, Devin sabotaged himself by coming out and saying that he's mentally broken.
Yeah, he ain't fit to defend the belt mentally, physically.
Right. You don't never tell anybody that crap. You keep that shit to yourself. You know, now he's gonna have to face other opponents, and they're gonna be like, man, I could make this dude, I could take him clean out of his damn game plan and mess his ego up and get everything up, because I know he's not mentally strong.
Right.
You know, you don't do that, bro. I've never heard a fighter do something like that before, ever. And as far as the money goes, I mean, even if he sues, I doubt he's getting a damn thing. You know, you got Eddie Hearn saying, I ain't losing no more. I've lost money on him repeatedly.
Right.
You know, and then you got Bob saying he's lost money on him. No, you can't blame that on Ryan, because if they drag them into court, that kills your case.
Right.
It's a bad situation all the way around. I wish these two would just shut up, wait their year, get in the ring, and settle this and get it over with.
Right.
Since Devin refuses to get in the ring before then, and I don't understand that either. Because he's got shit he's got to work on. He needs to be in the ring, and he needs to work these issues out.
Right. Joshua, salute. P Hunter was good with it, bro. Nah, it's just
what's going on, Jess?
I
just wanted to touch on, like, when I spoke to the CEO of my wife's company.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, hey, do you get guys test for, like, do you guys have your supplements tested for, like, things that will be on the ban list from VADA, USADA? And VADA, he was like, nah. He was like, because you don't have to understand, our stuff is for the consumers. So, you know, he said, we'll test for heavy metals where they have a certain, like the FDA doesn't, it's not FDA approved, but supplements can be tested under certain FDA restrictions.
Right.
And it's like, he said, what you have to understand is for us to say, well, our raw materials are free of whatever's on those VADA, USADA, whatever's list, we'd have to test for all that. He said, no one's really going to do that. He said, now, if you're promoting towards sports performance, he said they may do it. him like but he said for the most part, this is a consumer-based thing. Consumers buy. Well, they sell to the. They actually sell to the supplement companies, but supplement companies are consumer-based for the most part. So, and then I asked, well, can things get tainted? He said, well, yeah, they can get tainted. He said, like for example, he said our products come from, all over the world. He said, yes, we do get it tested. He said, but most testing is going to be again for heavy metals, things that ain't going to kill you.
Right.
Basically, not going to hurt you. Things are not, long-term, short-term is not going to hurt you.
Right.
He said, even with the testing, we've had to go back and tell the testers they're doing it wrong.
Wow. That's
so,
crazy.
And his strong suit is definitely not sports related. He said, my stuff is basically consumer. He's, but the whole tainted thing, he said, yes, it's definitely possible. Anything can be tainted with anything. You never know what they're doing when they put, when they're putting these chemicals together. You don't know what they're going to put in them.
Right.
That's why you have to test for certain things for it to show up. So, and because he's not a sports guy whatsoever, but, that's his business. The supplement business is his business. So he was like, and then he said, well, what company was it? I said, well, the guy said it was BioLab. I said, BioLab said they manufactured their own stuff. He started laughing at me. He said, yeah, I doubt that. He was like, I doubt that. He said, it's possible, but I doubt it.
Right.
So, I just wanted to touch on that. I mean, I don't know everything. And these are questions I'm asking him. And this is maybe 2 weeks ago when I spoke to him. But, that's what I got. Basically, he's just saying, yeah, it could be tainted. But as far as, the whole testing and VADA, he said these companies would have to literally pay for all that to get tested. Because you'd have to hit the list and every test is not going to test for everything. So, he's like, but most supplement companies, they're trying to get stuff that's not going to kill you. And basically not too many heavy metals in it. So, that's what he told me.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, man, that stuff is real. It's just more information, man. Why is that's needed, especially when you don't have it all. That stuff is real, but I think it's just a fair amount of people that don't want to consider any amount of tainted. They just like, nah, you did it. But just hearing them again talking to Bill, like, I don't know. I ain't saying, I know people saying he's saying it's the dude Scooter now. I don't think he's saying that per se, but he's just like, bro, them the supplements that he sent in. This is just context and stuff. I know it sounds like he's saying him, but the dude, I mean, again, if you talking about tainted supplement, if it's tainted, it's tainted. If not, it's not. But I know he's suspended, and they ain't gonna be able to do nothing more than what they've done already. Plus 300 was good with it. Need a year for a picogram hook or full dose tank. Well, yeah, that tank fight is tough, especially who knows if that ever happens, especially if he moves away from 140 after a year. Who knows? What's good, Boxing Hacker? What's good? Phenomenal show. What's good, bro? How you feeling? Band subs, that is too expensive. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of it's money. They all about money. See, Urban, what's good with it, fam?
What's up, JusDueBoxing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Hey, I gotta say, man, I thought Bill did a great job in that interview. To be honest with you,
yeah, I don't think he did nothing bad. Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I like the way he really made Ryan walk into contradictions, right? Like the first contradiction with the whole Scooter thing, and then he was like, "Well, is it Scooter? Is it Victor Conti? Is it me?" And I like, you could. One thing people always say is hard to keep up with a lie, and not to say he's lying, but it is very hard, just calling out. It's very hard to keep up with a lie.
Yeah, it is.
And I think Bill Haney was really trying to expose, like, hey, you've been doing all these things, and you're saying all these things. Now that you're here and people are making you talk, you're just like crossing yourself up. You're like, first you say you took supplements, but you don't know the name of the supplements. They took, but verbatim, this guy Scooter gave you the supplements, but you don't know what they're called. Everything else, Right. And then you have the whole thing where it's like, now it's Scooter's fault, but then you were blaming everybody. You create all this speculation every single day about like, oh, it's Conti. We don't know, and then you're doing these red herrings with Devin Haney's weight. We don't know how Devin Haney's able to rehydrate, to all these like exponential numbers and stuff,
Right.
And one thing I like that Bill called out was the fact that there was no, because people had this conception of like, oh, Devin's breaking some kind of rule when he rehydrates to these weights, right? But Bill was like, there is no rehydration clause. There was not. Which ones are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, and that really seemed to cross Ryan up, you know.
I know what Ryan talking about though, and it's you know, they had a whole little. I had the clip when it was back when we was discussing. I had the whole little clip where they was talking about going over the weight and the percentage and all that, and they was highlighting how I think it's just a matter of what Ryan said though. If some people enforce the rules, sometimes they don't, and I think that's what that is.
Yeah.
That's one of them things where it was a percentage. I had all of the little receipts and stuff at the time. I done deleted that stuff. But I had the
people think it's the.
They didn't pass it.
15%.
They passed it, right?
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
They never really passed. It was
Exactly.
up, but they never really passed it.
Yeah, Regis tried to use that as a reason why Devin cheated at first.
So that's why he's saying he cheated because of the weight thing.
Yeah, but it never. So it was a bill that they voted on, but it never went into action.
Right.
It was like
I'm right. My fault. I think it passed, but it's not implemented yet or something crazy.
Yeah,
like that.
no, it's like a bill, like it's just sitting there as something that, like a notion that could be passed in the future, you know. But yeah, it wasn't like something that, you know, like affected like Regis and Devin, you know, because you always hear these arguments. Well, Devin was 18%. There was no in any combat sport. What matters is you making weight at the weight, like at the required time, whether it's the amateur boxing, wrestling, MMA, Muay Thai, all combat sports do the same thing, where it's like you make weight at the given time. Now, if there's something in your contract that says, hey, you can't rehydrate to a certain limit, or hey, like you have to rehydrate at this time, then those are the stipulations. But without that, you're able to rehydrate to what you want. Everybody had equal grounds in that. If I rehydrate more than you, that's not my fault, you know?
That's not what Progress said, though. Progress was like, yo, the contract said I couldn't rehydrate over a certain amount.
He switched, though. He switched it. So he originally he said it was that somebody told him that the California State Athletic Commission had a rule, and that he just didn't feel like, you know, enforcing it. Then when it came out,
it was in his contract that he couldn't. He didn't say Devin couldn't. He said in his Just, you may know more about this than I do, but Regis, I could have sworn Regis was like, yo, I had to be under a certain amount, but I don't think Devin had. Or he said something like that. Now he could have he could have just been talking, but I could have sworn he said that.
Yeah, that's not possible. Like both fighters have to be under the same weight clause. No, one fighter can't be allowed to weigh more, like gain more weight than the other fighter.
I'll give y'all the short version, not to interrupt y'all brothers on the cook of it. If that's the case and Regis saying that, then that's his fault for signing the contract. I'm not giving an out or an excuse to any of them. Like, if you read everything in there and something don't seem right and it seems amiss, then it's your, not only your obligation, but your team obligation to catch that, correct it, or move in another direction and accepting the fight. So if any of them sign that contract, anything afterwards is null and void for me. The one person that never said anything, and I'm gonna switch fighters on this, is Mario Barrios when he had a weight clause with Tank Davis. He didn't complain about it or say anything. He said, I signed it, I took it, I had it, it is what it is, I came up short. And he didn't say anything else about it. And it's like everybody else is like, if you losing gonna come in some way, form, or fashion. Somebody either lost in the amateurs or in the professionals. And for some odd reason, bro, it's only an issue when somebody take an L. Is like they got to find some kind of out or some type of excuse to themselves or for their fans as to why they came up short. In reality, they probably gained more fans if they just kept it a buck and just said, you know, it just wasn't my night. Plain and simple, and left it at that. I guarantee you won't have nobody complaining or nobody saying anything about it. But a lot of them, for some odd reason, they come up short. It got to be somebody else's fault. It got to be a deflection. It got to be a reason behind it or whatever the case may be. Instead of just saying, it just wasn't my night, I came up short.
Right. You know, what was funny about that is during the Regis fight, I don't know if you guys remember, like they were making these comparisons to Tank, and they were like, we're not doing a rehydration clause like Tank. It was stated multiple times through the fight promotion. So it was so funny that we just try to like use that as an angle after he loses during the Ryan Garcia saga, you know?
All right, someone just signed without a lawyer. It's been the contract for every boxer to understand that, like Regis wouldn't understand, right? Sometimes he don't. He even said it, man. He ain't no business guy. He said, "I'm a fighter, bro." I forgot who he was talking to at the time. I think it was Jose Ramirez. There's a lot of stuff these fighters don't be knowing, especially when it comes to them rules and little stuff like that. They don't be knowing. They don't be hip to it.
Yeah,
I think rehydration causes barriers and tingles. True.
But
I just know that shit is in place for not to drain fighters. If people keep saying that it's in place for the opposite of what it's actually in place for. All you gotta do is look it up. They tell you why they have it in place, and that's. I mean, I could respect it because again, after the more information you get and you see what weight cutting lead to and what it could cause and how people blowing up. Like I said, man, you seen that documentary break down how gaining, excess amount of weight, 20, 25, 30 pounds is worse than somebody on testosterone or using PEDs or something like that. So it's crazy to think that they look at it is like that. It's crazy to me. It's almost like weight classes don't exist for a reason after that point. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm gonna always be against it. And I actually am for a rehydration cause because if you just look it up and you see it's an effort is put in place to make sure people don't blow up, to enormous or absurd amounts after you weigh in. It couldn't be more clear. I couldn't believe when I looked it up. It was just clear as day because I always envisioned that's exactly what it's for. The only way you think at home that is to weaken somebody if you have a fighter that is going to blow up and be about 3 weight classes above where he weighed in at, which is kind of crazy to me. So it's wild to me. It blows my mind how people are so against a rehydration clause that keeps this shit on a level playing field. And without it, you allowed to be a damn super middleweight when you fight at 140. And I don't see how nobody have a problem with it. Then if somebody say, well, won't you fight at 47? It's like, that's crazy. Hell no. When you're going into the ring heavier than what welterweights are when they rehydrate. It's not crazy to go up a weight class. So it's not about one particular fighter. It's anybody. It's nothing personal. I just don't think it's smart for longevity. Period. I just don't think it's worth it to drain your body. And you want, like, I respect it, but it's to a degree because it also comes with a price. And then I know you're doing it to obviously gain an advantage. You're not putting your body through all of that for nothing. So you do it because it's obviously some type of advantage in it for you. But I don't like, after seeing that documentary, see how that 23-year-old did it. Like, I'm going to keep saying it because all it takes is one. One is more than enough. You draining your body, then you draining the fluids from your brain. Then you trying to hurry up and replenish all in one night to go fight in a combat sport that you can't play, taking blows to the head. Then you physically seeing guys go out there, pretty good chins, good defense, all this stuff, good fighters, and they getting cleaned up, knocked out 30 seconds because you done killed yourself, looking emaciated as hell to make a weight. You already small, you get what I'm saying? Then you go even smaller, and then you go to make a fight, try to make a bag, get knocked out. So I think that shit just risky as hell. It's very dangerous because of the fluid that you drain from around your brain, but it's to each his own. If it works for you, and look, you're not violating rules, look, do what works for you. But for me, that's my only concern. It's just health and nothing more. It's not personal with a fighter. I'm not telling you're a weight bully. I don't call nobody that. That shit, that's to whoever want to use the term. I don't use it, but I do think it's very risky to drain your body like that. And you could just look at history. Like, you've seen it with Roy. And people was thinking something was wrong with his chin because they didn't understand. Nah, you playing with your weight. Weight fluctuation is real. You going up, you're going down, you playing too much. You get yourself hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you got too many examples where dudes did it and got themselves hurt. You seen Chad Dawson do it with Andre Ward, try to go down, deplete yourself and get your ass whooped. Like, this stuff is real. It's just not healthy. But I feel like when you're young and maybe you got it down to a science, you can get away with it. But to what risk? You get what I'm saying? Because what I'm tired of hearing is somebody drained the next fighter. I don't never want to hear it. Think about how ignorant that sounds. I have nothing to do with you, what drains you, what drains your body. You get what I'm saying? If you're drained at any weight class that you fight because you have to cut weight, you clearly should go up health-wise. I ain't talking no narratives, no bullshit. Health-wise, your body's telling you that. Frank Martin, let's be real. Man, that dude had locked jaw and cotton mouth and he don't smoke. Let that sink in. Go your ass up to 140 next, bro, or you gonna get hurt. That's what I see. No, I ain't about to say he was weight drained because he said he wasn't. But man, Cottonmouth, Like I said, and lockjaw and the dude don't smoke. Take your ass up a weight. You think what? Why you think Tank is asking, man? You can't drink no water. That's scary. This man got a whole bottle of water over here. His teeth full of color. He been talking shit to you the entire time. You sitting back there, dry mouthed in the mug. You know what I'm saying? Mouth dry as a bitch. You know what I mean? You can't drink nothing. So,
hey, dude, he said, I am the captain now. Look.
I don't want to see nobody depleted to go in there and make no fight, bro. And that's any fighter because I rock with them. I don't want to see people get knocked out quick because you done depleted yourself, sucked your body dry, and you wasn't able to get the fluid back to your brain the way you was with your body. Like they said how hard that shit is. I watched enough to know now. I'm like, man, to your own risk, to each his own. It's risky though. Salute to see Urban and Wiz, man, in the super chat. Much love, bro. So the point is, if you're looking bad at the weigh-in, probably too big for the class. Tank proved that. Yeah, proved that point his last fight. Close to your walk around weight. Yeah, Devin Ryan should be at 47. I think 47 will suit both of them better. You know what I mean? And when I say it, I'm not saying it because I've been calling him a weight bully for years. The hell with that. I understand the sacrifice he's making, but at this point, like now, you gotta be smart.
So Just a hypothetical for you. Let's say, all right, let's say everybody, every sanctioned body, WBC, IBF, and O were like, hey, look, everybody, y'all can only come in 10 to 12 pounds over your weigh-in weight. Right. How many weight classes do you think that just the average boxer would have to go up?
Man, that's a good question, bro. Dudes, I'll say easily dudes would be going 1 and 2 weight classes with ease.
I don't think so. I think it depends.
Easy 1 or 2 weight classes up easy. I know, listen, I get it. People be like, they try to sacrifice for the money.
Yep.
I get all of that, but bro, to what detriment? Look, make your money, but it better be worth it because that shit come with a price, bro. Ain't no do-overs when you be out here getting sparked out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no redos and no timeout. So you gotta make that shit worth it, man. That weight fluctuation is real. Weight classes are there for a reason. All that shit matter, man. You got guys out here looking to gain and have wild ass advantages in the ring like that. Shit is risky, but look, I get it. Some people like whatever weight you fight, as long as you make that weight whatever you want. I get it, but I can't necessarily say I'm all the way cool with it. Like to each his own, but it's like you'll hear somebody complain about 3 pounds, and then when we say 20, 25 pounds, it's like, well, nah, well, you made weight. What? Nah, hell nah. The point is, if you 3 pounds is crazy. If you could have a crazy effect with 3, all I'm saying is when you gain 20, 25 pounds, what is that? You get what I'm saying? That's all. Just to be keeping it consistent. I think people feel like it's an attack on the fighter. No, it's not. It's nothing personal. It's just like, bro, don't kill yourself, bro. I don't want to see nobody emaciated on no scale. I don't want to see nobody lockjaw with cotton mouth and you don't smoke. So, and I don't want to see nobody getting taunted talking about you can. Actually, I kind of do want to say it's funny, but can you drink water? It's crazy, bro.
But that happens.
Like when you first hear it, you like, what is he talking? Why is he out of all things? Tank is just a menace. Then you think about it for a second. You like, hold on. Can you drink water? And then you hear how Frank was talking. You look at his mouth all tight and locked jawed. I was like, bro ain't sipped the water since he made the weight. He had a sip of water yet, bro. Bro was trying to get the hell out of there. Jordan Plant kept on talking, boy. She kept stepping in front of him, pushing him in the chest. Frank was like, man, one more. I think she would have pushed him one more, asked one more question. He'd have probably walked off on her, bro. he was about to walk the hell off on her. Salute to my guy, C. Irvin, man.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Look at my guy. What's good with it, bro? Frank 140, down 168. Get closer to your walk around. Yeah, 47 at least. I don't think 47 too bad. But it's again, I feel like you got to transition to weight classes too. Work yourself into them. Just like you see David Benavidez, even though we feel like he could, some people be like, he could fight at cruiserweight. Yeah, you feel like he got the frame and size for it, but what you think he'd look like if he was to go from 168 to cruiserweight and actually try to campaign there? The first fight there ain't gonna look like what you think. Just like 75, first fight he get there, they like, he ain't a monster no more because he don't get a knockout over a dude that only been stopped once. But better be. Nah, you got to acclimate. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Benavidez too. He's no different, no exception to the rule. Get up there. I would anticipate if he's really the guy that we say and that people think of, give him to another fighter too. See how he look at the weight class. Probably look a lot different. Once he acclimate. Kate calls, he was good with it, fam. And you that
Hey,
dude.
but dude,
Nah.
dude, that's how you can tell the difference between a casual. I wouldn't even say a casual and a diehard, but you can tell who really watch boxing and follow it versus people that don't. Because like if you knew anything about Benavidez as opponent, like you said, he only been stopped once against a person that arguably a lot of people are saying probably is the best 175-pounder. I ain't gonna say ever, but he one of them where if he hitting you, you might go out, and he can do it with either hand, and he's the only person to stop him. But Dave was in there piecing his ass to pieces though, like in there just giving him everything he could at his first fight at that weight class. Like he said, you got to get acclimated to the punches, you got to get acclimated to carry around that weight because you're used to performing at a certain weight class and being able your hits to have like, you know what I'm saying, more effect on your opponent too. So it's like all of those things, bro, all that stuff goes into it. So if like people can't watch that and tell that just right off the rip, that tells you a lot, man. Like right out the gate. They not true fans of the sport and their expectation is unrealistic. Like people just be either say some stuff just to say it without even thinking about it, or they just don't even they flat out don't even watch it. And it's kind of probably both, to be honest with you. Like a lot of people say they watch it, but they don't. Like I'm a basketball channel, and I feel like I know a lot more about boxing than a lot of these people out here, including people that got goddamn boxing channels, bro. I'm like, man, what the hell?
Teachers, man. I mean, enough students, too many teachers, not enough for the students. Man.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying, dude? Like I like your argument, but like the only thing is, what's actually hard is the weight cut itself, not the rehydration. So like that's why I'm always like, I understand what people are saying, like people should rehydrate to a certain limit. But when you look at it, the more tragic event is the weight cut, because that's the part where you dry yourself out. That means you can't drink water. You try to like lose all your water weight. You rub nail polish remover on your body, do all sorts of craziness just to drop this weight very quickly. And that's actually why most sanctioned bodies don't do same day weigh-ins, because they want to give the fighter the maximum amount of chance to rehydrate. You know, because there's this like study showing that like the less time people have to rehydrate, the more deaths happening in the ring. You know, and yeah, so like I definitely understand the argument, but it's like, you know, like it's not the rehydration that's the problem; it's the dehydration. It's
the cut. I mean, for me, it's the fact that you kill yourself with the cut. I think it's dangerous, and then it's if you blowing up like an absurd amount, that's a sign that I think you should be a weight class up. Like, is that, you know, dudes just want advantages. We know how sports is, man. It's a game of inches, man. So dudes looking to gain any competitive advantage possible, and if you ain't breaking the rules, then you know what I mean. I think people, as long as you within the rules, some people gonna be willing to push the limits. But like I said, it's just risky as hell.
Yeah, I mean it's been like that for years. So like,
I mean, just like I said, these dudes got it down to a science. A lot of them, but man, it's just dangerous, and I hate to see it. I hate to see somebody look bad on the scale. Like I said in that documentary, man, what was it? TJ Dillashaw, I think his name was. Man, dude looked wild on the scale. Like I was like, yo, what? Like, are they serious? I was like, yo, they dead serious? They really about to let this man fight? They really put him through this? This man looked like a strong fiend, like a strong addict, bro. I'm like, yo.
Y'all remember? Y'all remember when they showed Misha Tate cutting weight, and they had to drag her out of the steam room because she couldn't even walk?
Yeah, and remember Cyborg was crying in the hot bath? I'm like, bro, I don't want to trash.
But
that's OD.
But this whole thing about, you know, the hard part is the weight drain. No, the hard part is the weight drain because you're trying to gain an advantage. If you're just going to fight closer to your walking around weight, guess what? That weight drain won't be an issue. Floyd, you ain't never heard Floyd having an issue with weight drain. I'm weight drain. Nah, Floyd.
Because he was moving up though.
He had a problem being
that's way different. He was moving up. Floyd was a natural like 130, 135 pounder, but he kept moving up.
This is why we need rehydration clauses, dude. I don't care if it's 10 or 12 pounds, but we need all the sanctioning bodies to put it in place.
It levels the playing
But then you're
field.
taking away the good part, and then you're just leaving the bad part to linger a little bit more, you know? Because the bad part isn't rehydrating. The bad part is actually dehydrating. That's the bad part. So you're actually making it worse for the fighters. So let me put this in perspective for y'all, right? Like when you cut weight, the reason why you see people like Devin and all these fighters can blow up is because your body goes into what is like survival mode. So any kind of nutrients you eat, your body starts grabbing it. So like if I cut like a tremendous amount of weight, I can actually gain more weight than I actually cut before because like my body will just be in survival mode, you know? And if you say, okay, we want you to not have this limit, you know, you would think people are going to fight nearer to their weight class, right? But they're not. They're just going to sacrifice and still make, especially if they got like titles, you know, they're like the champion or they have this rank at this certain weight class. They're not going to leave that weight class. They're going to fight in that weight class, but they're just going to have less time to rehydrate, which means they're going to be at bigger detriment. And like I said before,
and that's cool, and that's what they should go through because again, if you're going to sit up here and just like, you know, I could fight at 147, 154, but I want to stay down here at 135, 140. You deserve every bit of your ass whipping that you get. Well, bottom line, if you want to sacrifice, then sacrifice.
A classic example, I remember me and Old School talked about this. A classic example was Roberto Duran. He fought Ray Leonard twice. The second time, he came from 200 pounds to 147, and he's known for cutting at least 40 pounds of weight. You know, so and they had same day weigh-ins. So it wasn't like I'm saying, like what you guys think is gonna like deter people from cutting that weight. It's not. You see this even in amateur boxing. Like if you ever go to like amateur tournaments, you see people literally passing out on the scale. You know, people have to take, you know, dumps. They have to like do all sorts of analysis before they can weigh in, you know. You see it all
but where's your heart at though? Where's
your
heart? Where's your heart? If your heart is telling you you gotta fight all the way down at 135 when you know you can fight at 147, 154, that's showing me you have dedication.
Okay, let's use that.
You have dedication to trying to get an advantage, but you don't have a dedication to fighting tougher competition.
It's not an
advantage.
That's the problem. That's not see, you got looking wrongly. Like I said, okay, look at this. Let's say you're a fighter, right?
Say it again.
Check out. Look, let's say you're a fighter, right? And you cut weight. You're at 135. You cut weight, and you had a tough weight cut, and then you don't fight for months, right? You just won the title. You don't fight for months, and somehow your body just naturally blows up. You're eating normal, but you end up blowing up to like 160 or 155. Are you gonna drop your titles there and then fight at 154?
No, you go ahead and get it. I hope you go down and weight, you fight, and you get beat. Stop waiting. Stop trying to gain an advantage and killing yourself. Nothing's worth killing yourself over. So
people don't hydrate the same. Like you may hydrate okay one time, and then you may just blow up the next time because it's like when you're in fight mode, you have to
move up.
Yeah, so it's the same thing though. But if you have titles, if you got
why do you think Tank puts a rehydration clause in there at times? Because he doesn't want to fight somebody twice his damn size.
Yeah. And Tank also lost his belts on the scale at 130. Like, so, like, when he was at 130, he didn't have rehydration.
That was a long time ago, bruh. Tank has dedicated himself. Tank don't miss weight. In fact, Tank comes in below the weight.
Now, in the past, he did. Now he does that.
That was like 8 years ago or something like that. It was a while ago when he.
They always bring that dumb shit up.
I'm not saying that like Tank is like a bad weight, somebody bad weight. I'm saying that it happens to all fighters. You know, like
not if you stay disciplined. That's it.
True. That's true.
Let me give you a good example. My cousin played in the NFL for like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
He got traded to the Bengals, and from the Bengals to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No, I'm sorry, he re-signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or something like that. At the Bengals, he was like, "Yo, for the Bengals, they don't care how you come into camp." He said, "But at Tampa Bay, they put you in that pod, and that pod tells you every bit of body weight, every bit of your body fat that you have." And he said, if you're over a certain amount of body fat, he said, "Yo, they're going to either try to take some money or you're going to have to work that off." So I mean, it's your discipline. He even said, I wasn't disciplined in the offseason like I should have been. I was out drinking Hennessy, having a good time. He said, "I ain't know Tampa Bay was going to do that." He said, "Because if I was still at the Bengals, I wouldn't have that problem." He said, "It's still discipline. If you're not going to be disciplined all year round, then that's on you. You know, this is your job. This is your craft. And if you're not going to take it seriously, then if you blow up, that's on you." And Roberto Duran blew up because he was so happy he beat Sugar that He admitted I was out partying, having fun. He said,
he was blowing for 135 though. He fought Sugar at 147. He was still cutting 40 pounds at 135. People, there's some fighters that you don't think they cut weight like that. They become real weight, You
always bring that up. But what was Duran the next day?
What was Duran the next day?
Yeah, what was his weight the next day?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's bigger.
Maybe you ought to check that out.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know the exact number, so I can't say what his weight, his ring weight was.
And that's why Duran had to tap out because he was dog tired. That's why he tapped. They wasn't tapped.
Yeah, and so Oscar. That's why I went between Oscar and Pacquiao, right? The same thing. Oscar cut too much weight and he had to tap out. It's not the rehydration is not the problem. People think that you get this massive bonus when you rehydrate over. Sometimes you do something like it has to be like you have to be perfect at it, But most times, like if you're like too big for the weight class, you end up just being weaker that fight. Look at it this way. I'll give you this perfect example. Earl Spence Jr., right? If weight gaining was such a benefit for fighters, right? Then Earl Spence would want to rematch Bud at 147. He wouldn't want to go 154. Right? Because you guys argument is that you guys can rehydration gives people an added bonus. So why does Earl Spence want to fight Bud at 154 if he has an added bonus at 147? What's the answer to that?
Earl, hold on. First of all, Earl was used to fighting IBF rules for long, because it's 10 pounds over. When he fought Bud, he probably was weight drained or whatever you want to call it. And he said 154 because he didn't want to make 147. That's why.
Yeah, but if there's an added bonus, like you said, why is Earl not use the added bonus? What is this added bonus? That's what I'm trying to get you to see. What you guys are calling rehydrating an added bonus, it's not like what you think it is. Because weight cuts are drastic. When you have a weight cut, it's a drastic event. It's like
not if you close to your weight.
But yes, I understand that. But for
keep that shit in MMA, bro.
Say it again.
I think we should keep it to where he got. We should start holding these fighters accountable, bro. For real. Keep that shit in MMA. Keep all the ostarine, all the supplements that's okay to take. Keep that shit in MMA. All right. I don't want to hear about the not so bad supplements. Take the legal shit, bro. I'm cool with it, bro. But don't be all experimenting and shit, dog. Like, come on, man. The sport is crazy. I've been arguing with people in the comments all day, bro, about this Ryan stuff, bro. We got MMA fans. They having a blast just coming over into our lane, bro, and just like, oh, Ryan ain't cheap, bro, man. That ain't weight cuts ain't nothing, bro. Ain't. I'm like, man, come on, dog.
But I mean, let's face it. Maybe that's. I mean, let's take Devin. Because Devin's the topic of everybody for whatever reason. So he had an advantage because he's usually he always running out at his mouth. I'm bigger. You're small. Whatever he wants to say. Okay, fine. He fights Ryan. Yes, Ryan was on PEDs, but Ryan was able to deal with Devin because of his size. Ryan was been knocking people out forever. That's not even a thing. Everybody knows that left hook is coming. Ryan was big enough so Devin couldn't get out the way of the left hook because Devin's used to do, your arms are too short to box with Devin fighters. And that's what's good. I mean, I think anybody who's Devin's size is going to give him problems. Now, Devin may can still win the fight, but it's always going to be a battle for him because he's not going to have such an advantage when it comes to size.
I don't think they would use size to his advantage. He's not like
no. He's not. He's using his size.
They definitely use their size, bro.
Bro, Devin's been using size to his advantage his whole career. What are you talking about?
Wait. Okay, so when I said use size to advantage, Tyson Fury will lay on a fighter during his fights. You understand what I mean?
He's a heavyweight.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. What using size to your advantage? Using size, your body structure to your advantage is like laying on top of a fighter. You know, like that's what they in fights. That's what they say. Use size to your advantage.
Hold on. So
no. Look.
Imagine doesn't help.
Huh?
In the clinches, if I'm bigger than you in a clinch, that doesn't help me.
No.
But yeah, so like wrestling stuff will help you too, right?
So size does help you. And he does use it because he naturally, in the clinch, he's naturally bigger than you.
Not even
so it's gonna help.
That sense. Imagine 135. Imagine 140, bro. Or not 135. Imagine, bro. We shout out to my partner A1, bro. Imagine we playing basketball. We got a whole tournament, bro. Just point guards, right? But it ain't no height limits. You got a point guard. This motherfucker 7'2". He could dribble, shoot, everything. But he the only one who just blocking everybody's shit. And he obviously gonna have benefits, right? Like Devin cutting down from 180, 190, bro. And it's a double-edged sword because yes, he never missed the weight, but come on, bro, you cut.
Yeah, but he's also become weaker over the years, though. So to Devin's defense, because everybody knows I'm a Devin Haney fan. So to Devin's defense, he started at 135 since he was like 17. You know, I think
he was at 140 at one point. He was at 140 at one point.
I mean, he was at 135 since he was 17. And I think he just recently moved up to 140.
No, he fought at 140 previously, but continue.
Yeah, okay. Maybe like he campaigned like once or twice before that. But like what I'm saying, like for the majority of his career, right, it was 135. It's where he became undisputed, where he became WBC champion. You know, it's where he got the majority of his accolades. You know, and one thing Devin always said is that he wishes he could move up, but the most important fights that he wanted were at 135. And if everybody remembers what Devin's most important fights were Lomachenko, which happened, Tank David, and Undisputed. Out of the three, two of them happened. The one they wanted was Tank Davis. That did happen. So to me, I think Devin was always hanging on for that Tank Davis fight. That was his last thing he was trying to accomplish because he accomplished the other goal he set for himself. You know, Devin originally was good for that weight class. So he was good for weight class for some years until he got older, and he naturally just grew out of it. And the same thing happened with Earl Spence. If you guys remember, Earl Spence always said what he wanted to do was become undisputed at 147. That's why he stayed at that weight class. It's the incentive. That's why he stayed in there. It's not like these guys stay there just for like, oh, I want to be bigger than my opponents. No, because Devin wasn't originally bigger. He came in there as a kid. You know, he just stayed there longer to try to make the biggest fights that he wanted to make. And the same thing with Earl, you know?
I mean, I feel that, bro. I'm looking at it, bro. I'm trying at this point to look at it from both sides because I'm a Haney fan, bro. But it's just a lot of the stuff, bro. I can't feel no sympathy for them because they got themselves in this position, bro. So all I'm gonna do is just keep it real. That's all I can do.
I mean, the Ryan fight happened. You know, I get people are still like, you know, in the debacle of that, but I think he did good. I think to be honest with you, Devin Haney and his dad did really good for where they came from. You know, like he was, I mean, arguably the youngest undisputed at 135. He was a multi-division champion. You know, even if Ryan never cheated, and he just lost fair and square, he still accomplished a lot. You know, I hate this narrative where we saw trash fighters because they lose a fight. You know, back in the day, it wasn't like that. Fighters lose back in the day all the time. All the greats were fighting each other and losing to each other all the time. But nowadays, it's like once, you know, through the social media era and like all these smear campaigns happen, it's like, oh, Devin loses. He's like, oh, he's getting you coach. He was never good to be. He was a hype job. You know. Oh, he was a great fighter who just lost. If to say, yeah, that's all it was. You know, it wasn't like anything extra. In a fight, no matter how great I am, no matter how great you are, if we fight, one of us will lose. You know, that's just how it is. You know, it doesn't mean that I was terrible. You were just the better man that day. You know, it's unfortunate that Ryan is having these steroids things, accusations against him, or SARS accusations, but. If it wasn't that, I would say it would be fair, you know. But
you can't say accusations when you admit to something. That's admission of guilt. So you gotta say that he didn't cheat. Yeah. So you're gonna deal with facts on it.
Yeah, true. So with his bad test results, I'll say it like that.
You keep trying to sugarcoat it. The nigga cheated if he admitted to it, bro. Ain't no other way around that shit, man. You can't sugarcoat it. The nigga admitted to it.
I agree. I just try to keep it, you know, He was
Man, hell,
soft
ain't
for
no way
the
to keep it.
anti-Haiti.
Hey, hell no. Hey,
Anti-Haiti fans out here. They're gonna be like, no, Ryan didn't cheat. He took
hell
a
no.
plea. He took a plea.
Let me say this. Everybody on this panel and probably everybody in the chat can say when a motherfucker a rat, they be like, let me see the paperwork. And they put that paperwork out in black and white and they see that and they get play the recording that's your voice snitching, you a motherfucking rat. That means you snitch. In the case of Ryan, that's what happened, bro. They got that shit in black and white. The nigga admitted. Y'all gotta excuse him on the farm, so y'all can hear some chickens and shit. But that nigga admitted to it himself. Ain't nothing else to be disputed, bro. Like, the nigga cheated, plain and simple.
Yo, I hear the craziest argument about, you know.
Hey, quit beating that chicken up.
I literally thought it was a fake soundbite for a second, but I hear the craziest.
I think he
argument.
just admitted to what we already knew, though. Taking
supplements. Yeah. People now try to say, oh, but no, he didn't get charged for it. You know, he got charged for not disclosing his supplements. I'm like, he took a plea. A plea, you always get a lesser charge.
Yeah, but again, y'all heard the context in which why he said he accepted that. Because again, now I should go to it. You know, we up here cooking, but I was gonna go to the interview where Eddie Hearn was talking about it, and he talked about Conor Benn's situation as well. He did the exact opposite of Ryan Garcia, right? He stretched and dragged this shit out months and months. This contaminated egg eating ass dude dragged it just for what to happen, y'all. What did you cats still do? Suspend his goofy ass. So he just wasted his time, resources. Ryan Garcia is saying his team already let him know because of the zero tolerance policy or that they have for PEDs, intentional or not, your ass getting suspended. So you better off just taking the suspension and it's fine now and then dragging it out. You get what I'm saying? So it's like some people, I understand some people like that means he's admitting that he did it, but I'm also willing to say, man, that's what makes sense. If you look at the Conor Benn situation, he did the opposite. Look how that worked out for him. He still got suspended. All he did was drag this shit out further and further when he could have just said, you know what? I had some contaminated eggs and just let it rock. Ryan, if your shit is really contaminated, trying to fight it ain't gonna do you no good, but waste you some money and time. And you got a good enough team from what I hear. So they like, hey, bro, you got to get in front of this. You get suspended regardless. So our job is to try to make sure you don't get a crazy ass suspension. But hey, man, you're getting suspended. You do know this, and that's what he knew. So he's like, look, I gotta go ahead and just get this out the way. I'm gonna find it.
Because if he had fought, he probably got a couple years for that.
Salute the firm Martinez, man. He said, can't wait to hear what Scooter has to say. Yeah, man, I want to hear it too.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy, man.
You play Mill City again?
He threw Scooter all the way under that bus. God damn, that boy! He threw the ball.
Can you play Mill City again?
That interview?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can rock it. Give me 2 seconds. I got you. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, listen, you got to get yourself together, though. Ryan, you got to, man. You was out of pocket for that. You shouldn't have did that, man.
You've been out of pocket. We both been out of pocket. I'll
no,
tell you that.
But listen, let me tell you. But Ryan, with it being 3-3, you guys got so much on the line. It could not be that. He wasn't supposed to do that, dog.
Wait, what? I didn't. I'm saying it to your face. I never cheated. I never would cheat. I've never cheated in my career. Whatever I got popped for had to be tainted. And I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody say. I know I never cheated in my life.
But you
and I put down my mom that has cancer.
Yeah, but you did. That's not what you told the commission. You pled guilty to the commission.
Because it was either that or I go to court or wherever the hearing. And even if I win the hearing, they said that no matter what, they could suspend me. So I just...
Stop it right there. That's right there. You cannot ignore that. Yeah. That is why. So that's why I'm not just saying, he just admitted it. That's why I'm taking that approach, because that's clear as day. It's a fact. He would have got it. So it's like, why try to fight it to prove to people that, you're not guilty? That's not going to prove shit. That wasn't going to prove anything. That would have just been being fucking stupid and wasting your time and energy and money. Get it out the way. You're getting your dumb ass getting suspended. Get yourself suspended, get that 1.1 up, and go take your year, bro. Go take your year and sit your ass in a corner somewhere, preferably away from the drugs, booze, alcohol, and definitely the Ostarine or any supplements, any tainted supplements of any kind, or whatever it is you got going on, bro. But that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I also look at how he looked. I can't say what advantage he did or didn't have. I ain't got to get into that. But I got enough fights, over 20 fights, I could look at and say, man, did that dude perform in a manner that made me say, damn, something looked different? No. They asked the fighter himself. He said, I can't really say. And then turned around and said, oh, I knew something was up. You contradicted yourself. No harm there, but you did it. Damn. You get what I'm saying? I remember the timing of it. The good thing about this situation, people are conveniently forgetting because they want to. When it took a little second for this to come out. And in that little second that I'm talking about, people was coming through here with their different assessments of the fight and how they thought it played out. And nah, man, he still looked the same. He's still trash, still a C-level fighter. And then when the Ostarine came, they jumped all over it. Oh, man, I knew it. Yeah, this is why he was punching so hard. Man, kill that shit. Y'all just said this dude was trash. He's still C-level. Don't give me that shit. That's what I'm going off. What my eyes are telling me. Nobody, I don't care. I'm not defending his ass. Look, nail him to the crossbar like I don't care. But what I seen in the ring was the worst condition Ryan Garcia that I know I've ever seen. Recharging in between combinations. This shit looked crazy. I was like, yo, look at this. I was like, yo, I was thinking he was about to lose from like rounds 3, 4, 5. I thought he was about to like let the fight completely get away from him because he was looking gassed. The
man had no cardio.
5 and 6, he looked tired as hell. I was like, yo, what? And this is the guy that's reaping the benefits of all this doping. Y'all want to go crazy? Let's call all this shit out. Stop halfway calling it out to make an argument. You're talking about it's supposed to help you lose weight, gain muscle. He blew weight, y'all. It didn't help him do shit. He didn't make the weight. Where is stamina at? Look up Ostarine. I did it. Look it up. Where his stamina was in the fucking basement. It looked terrible. So I'm not saying it helped him or didn't help him, but what I'm saying for me, for Just Do, I've seen Ryan fight a number of times, and I never see him look that bad from a conditioning standpoint. Other than that, I didn't see a stronger fighter. I didn't see a faster fighter. I did see a fighter that was a little more slowed down. You could tell Derrick James had some type of impact, a lot of impact on how he fought the fight. But aside from that, that dude was piss poor conditioning. Like that's how you get your ass beat. He lucky Dad wasn't a puncher. He would have knocked his ass out sitting there having to recharge. The dude literally halfway turning his back because he's so tired. Yo, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I was like, look at this. He literally so tired. He got to like position himself in a weird way where Dev almost hit him in the back. You get what I'm saying? It was weird. I was like, this dude looked like shit in here. I'm sorry.
Hey, hold on, Just. One correction, bro. You said turning his back. That was the Oreo shell. That was that was the Oreo shell, bro.
Even Dave was looking like, what the hell is this dude doing? He looked at the ref like, come on, bro. Like, you don't see this shit? Man,
I thought it was a silly shell.
Turn out and shit. If there's a fight, a dog fight, Ryan lost. He curved out in the ring.
But he looked more filled out, pause. He looked more like
no, I get you. He did. I think that was the blowing of the weight.
Yeah, bro, he didn't look like a little kid.
Yeah, he looked like he had weight advantage over there for sure. He looked like, definitely filled out, like you say. He definitely did.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say that shit didn't help him, but I just want to be real boxing fans and say, look, we watched this dude fight. That fight looks similar. We just didn't expect the outcome. That's why it's harder to process, because you're like, man, you just didn't envision that guy doing that to that guy. So it's like, I get it, but I'm still like, look at him. Really look at the performance. He didn't look like rejuvenated. He didn't look like I've seen people fight and not get tired. Canelo Alvarez stand up in between rounds for the entire fight. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody bat an eye. Don't even bat an eye, even though he got caught pop for clenbuterol. They raised the limits and everything. You literally seen multiple fights in a row where you seen fatigue and everything from this dude sitting down, looking old. All of a sudden, he gets in there. Now, because you don't have a test to go off, it seemed like you grasping at straws, but somebody explain to me, how do you continuously turn back the clock in boxing when you put all the miles on your body? You don't just keep revisiting the fountain of youth. I'm not trying to hear that shit. That shit sounds suspect. So I just didn't see a guy that looked like unbeatable. It didn't look like Superman in there to me, and none of that. It just didn't. I'm talking about what it looked like. I don't say what advantage he did or didn't have. We just know it was present, and they ain't had no. So that's where any argument that he tries to make, it's hard for him to make one, because it's gonna always be the fact that Osterine was present. So what you gonna say? You get what I'm saying? It's hard to say, but we still look at a guy and we like, man, he looked like that before. He just had success when you had a guy help him with the wrong game plan. You add some things and some factors that led to that fight deeper than Osterine. That's all I'm saying. You can factor it all you want, but some mistakes was made. It's okay to say that. You know what I mean? And you gonna make, it's gonna make him a better fighter. He
Was
gonna
you
go
sure they was gonna battle?
as hard as it is to watch, he gonna be like, damn, I did make some mistakes. I'm telling you, he probably ain't did it yet, but he's gonna do it. I think he's a real fighter. He's going to do it. He's gonna sit down, look at that tough, ugly ass fight. He be like, damn, you know what? I made some mistakes. You know what? I gotta fix some shit. And then he's gonna bounce back. Salute to Kenneth Johnson in the super chat. Much love, bro. Salute. Stop using Duran as an example. Duran admits he used dangerous diuretics to lose weight. His severe stomach cramp came from using diuretics, and that's a big thing in boxing too. These dudes are trying to cut his weight, bro. Julio Cesar Martinez just got a 9-month ban, not 12, y'all, but he got a 9-month ban for, like, they said an S5 diuretic or something like that. 9 months, got his win overturned to a no contest as well. But not a lot of people ain't talking about that because he didn't go in there with somebody's favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely got banned, though. Cheating is cheating. And and this ain't a case of tainted supplements and none of that shit. He ain't even going straight up and down like he did it. But people don't have the energy for him because he's a smaller guy. Yeah. Definitely not on, popularity scale of Ryan, but Julio Cesar Martinez is definitely known for them smaller guys, especially since fighting and losing the chocolate tea.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yo, just do though. Check this out though, right? One comparison I will do for Duran, this is probably my last one, is Duran was like the king at 135, right? And he also had like the 4 horsemen, just like Devin had the 4 horsemen, right? Duran lost every fight against the 4 horsemen except one versus Ray Leonard, and then Ray Leonard made him quit the second time. But the other fights, he got knocked out by her. He lost by decision by Marvin Hagler. Right. Nobody ever called Duran trash. Nobody in history. I've never heard somebody say Duran was trash, garbage. Yeah. Devin, his career's not even over. He just lost one fight, and everybody's like, he's some shit. Oh my bad. He's some garbage.
Let me shoot you some bell, man. See, that's why they got to just do out here, man. Because it's for me. I'm the kind of supporter. That's why I don't like calling myself a fan. And I got to correct people. Don't ever, and this for anybody that's listening, please, if you're going to call me a fan, call me a boxing fan. Don't just call me a Shakur fan. That's I heard somebody say that last night. I definitely didn't like it. Nah, that's my guy, but I ain't a Shakur fan. I'm a boxing fan. But with that being said, let me shoot Devin some bell. There's no way in hell. The only way you can start really calling a fighter, you want to call a fighter trash? Let's ask some real questions. Did he lose to a trash fighter? A trash fighter's out there whooping his ass. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you was trashing Ryan, maybe you forced to, you got to eat that now because you said he was trash. And if he's so trash and C-level and you lose to that guy, what does that make the fighter that you like? That's why we got to be careful with how we downplay fighters before they going into the ring with the guy that you rocking with. Be careful. I said this all along. Ryan was not trash. He was a better fighter than people was giving him credit for. Maybe not as skilled and disciplined as Devin, but definitely on the level. Because he got an amateur pedigree to speak of where he was competing on the same level as these guys and got wins over multiple of these guys. So I just don't know where this whole notion came from that he just wasn't good. Like, where at? Like, explain it to me. Notice they'll point out some of his deficiencies, but you're not pointing out who beating him. Think about the kind of fighter that beat Ryan so far. That he fought. He fought 2 A-level fighters, they say, right? Tank and Devin. He 1-1, really, when it was all said and done. Now, you could take one off the table or the asterisk, whatever, but he fought them dudes. Tank beat him. It's an A-level fighter than me. He ain't losing. No run-of-the-mill fighter is going to get in there and beat Ryan. No trash fighter is going to beat Ryan. So he's not a trash fighter. Therefore, Devin Haney didn't lose to a trash fighter. He lost to a guy that he split 3-3 with in the amateurs that was familiar with each other. People didn't want to take that into account because it was so long ago. But them dudes, then they look like they was familiar with each other, and they ain't look like strangers in that damn ring. You seen action in the first 30 seconds, something happened. So you know that it needed to happen. So look, back to the point. Ryan ain't trash, therefore Devin ain't lose to a trash fighter. He lost to somebody that, I think he fought the wrong way. Do I think he can beat him in a rematch? Yeah, with the right corrections for sure. But nah, is he trash after a loss? No, absolutely not. I think that's an overreaction. Some people saying he hyped. It again, it's all depending on who you listening to.
One thing I've always said, bro, Devin is not trash. Devin has deficiencies on defense. That's his only problem.
Right. Definitely not trash. Definitely high level boxing.
I'm gonna eat just fine.
Right. I'm gonna keep supporting him. Like I don't got nothing against him. Nothing he do pisses me off. Like, do you? Like, you know what I'm saying? You young, do your thing. But I really want to see him bounce back. I keep saying that. Because I know people writing him off, and I love to see that comeback story.
He should have to bounce back against. I mean, I don't think Ryan's going to fight him again because I think Ryan's just going to be. I mean, he may fight him, but
I hope Ryan fight Virgil.
Virgil's going to knock him clean out, but Devin needs to. I mean, he shouldn't. I mean, Sando one's probably the best fight for him when he comes back. But the sad thing about that is, if Puel or Gary Russell has that belt, and he has to fight one of them. That's what I
said. That's what I said. I said, man, that'd be too much like right. If by the time you come back, then you take a year off, and Julio and/or Martin fight, say Julio win, and Gary get a rematch and get his lick back, become a full champion, WBC champion, and Dev come back, and that's the fight on the table. Man, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. He got a tough road back, bro. I don't know who you come back and fight, because I thought Sandor Martin was the lightest touch out of the options to be all the way 100. Because you got to think Teo not gonna be easy. Liam Paro, in my opinion, won't be easy. Gary Antoine wouldn't be easy. Matias damn sure wouldn't be easy. Shit, Pitbull.
You forget about Pitbull. I think he beat Matias.
Yeah, bro. 140 gonna be crazy when he get back.
140 is locked though. This is pretty heavy,
Yeah.
Ask Virgil about the dangers of bad weight cuts. For sure, I'm telling them shit is different, man. Just be taking these dudes out. You seen dudes just like I said, Tremaine Williams passed out in the middle of his fight.
Yep.
Mid punch, he was trying to throw a punch and pause. It's like somebody unplugged his battery. You know what I'm saying? Plugged his controller, knocked the batteries out. Like he just froze up. Couldn't throw a punch.
Yeah, Cesar, right?
I was good to see that he was straight. It was good to see that he was all right. And he said his doctor told him he was dehydrated. And I'm like, see, you ask yourself why though? Why? Like, why are you guys going into the ring? And again, it'd be them weight cuts, bro.
It'd be every combat sport. Wrestling's the same way.
Yeah, it's just dangerous as hell. And I wish it, I just think the answer is look, I get it. You trying to make the money sometimes. That's why you make the sacrifice. But you don't want to do it to the detriment of your own health. But I guess, that's the nature of the beast with combat sports. They willing to go through extreme lengths to get a competitive edge. And as long as it's not breaking the rules, like I get it. So, I understand. But I don't want to see nobody falling out mid-fight. Definitely don't want to see no favorite fighter in mine. Imagine, think about how we all felt when you seen Roy get knocked out. Just think of I know I ain't the only one, damn it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. That's the only one that was like, damn, did that just happen? Like, what's going on? I know I wasn't the only one. Like,
I was hurt, but Roy got knocked out.
Damn, Roy. They like, man, that's Roy. He ain't got no chin, bro. He ain't got no chin. Can't take no shot. I'm like, think about what you're telling yourself. Think about how much boxing you really ain't been watching. If that's what you believe was the issue there. You know what I'm saying? That athleticism was almost sapped overnight playing with you. So you came back down, playing with your weight like that. I was like, man, got slept. And then what continued to happen? You started to see it, right? Knockouts, and I'm like, you see?
You know what I think happened though? I think like when you get knocked out the first time, it's like you get concussed. It actually makes it easier for you to get knocked out like subsequent times. That's what happened to Amir Khan. Like he got knocked out by British Prescott. It was a very hard shot. It was like, and after that, like his his punch resistance was like shot. You know.
Yeah, it was different. It was never the same. That's why that stuff is real, man.
Yeah, that's a real thing. You know, like if you've never been knocked out, that's your best punch resistance. But once you get knocked out,
he said I was flabbergasted. Me too. I'm telling. I was like, oh, whoa, what just happened? Like you be hoping some kind of way he gonna get up. Nah, he ain't getting up.
Is that the part that hurt you?
Like, yo, man, he ain't good, man. My bro ain't good. Shit, that's how I was feeling with AB getting beat by Broner. I was like,
man, I felt like that when.
I was like, man, wait till I catch my.
Devin made me feel that way. Rigging down versus Lomachenko made me feel that way.
Tank it, Leo. That's how I felt, bro.
When rigging down quick against Lomachenko, that hurt me too.
Man,
well, rigging down was going up like 2 weight classes. You shouldn't have been too hurt about that.
Yeah, he jumped up too many. And,
yeah, but I just want him to win because they did that brother bad, man.
Little ass tiny rigging down.
Yeah,
jump up 2 weight classes.
He is the definition of inequality in boxing. Like he did that brother so bad. I wanted him so much to win that fight.
Rigging down, yeah, because of his style, yo.
Look at this, right?
You should applaud a guy like that.
Inoue beat Nonito Donaire, right? After you know, Donaire's like an older fighter now. You know, he's lost previously. You know, and they hailed Inoue, right? Rigondeaux beat Nonito Donaire during the year that Donaire was like gonna become fighter of the year. So as plateau, Rigondeaux washed him, and they freaking blackballed Rigondeaux out of nowhere. Right. They like the announcers were talking so bad about him.
Right.
You know, like after a while, people started saying, "Oh, he's terrible, he's boring." But announcers who were originally praising him as a great fighter, because what people don't know, Rigondeaux was a 2-time gold medalist, and he was like 485 and 12 in the amateurs. Like he's one of the greatest amateurs alive. You know, him and Lomachenko are 2 of the greatest amateurs alive. You know, and to see how they treated him, I really wanted to beat Loma because Loma came in, and I mean, to his plus, he did beat some good fighters, but he was given a lot of things that fighters weren't. For instance, he lost his second world title fight, only to come back and get a third world title. His third fight, get another world title fight against Gary Russell.
Yeah,
and Gary Russell dropped him. They didn't count it.
No record.
Yeah.
No credit for it. It would have been a split, draw probably if they would have
exactly.
Because it was one. No, it wouldn't have been because one judge had it 114-140. It was one judge had it even. So if they would have gave him those 2 points, he should have won that fight.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. So at that point, when I was like, man, this will be the greatest justice, you know, for like somebody like Rigondeaux to beat somebody like Lomachenko. Like Top Rank was like fell apart, you know.
Right.
And he quit, you know. I was just like, man, that was heartbreaking for me. That was a heartbreaking fight for me.
Yeah.
But that's how Bob Arum do though. Bob Arum was like in the case of Rigondeaux, if he doesn't like you for some reason,
dirty.
he's gonna do something to try to get you up out of there.
Oh yeah. Look how
that's why Shakur has to be very careful about this fight with Arnold. He needs to make it a knockout or decisive. I beat him from ding ding to the last ding ding. Anything in between there where it may be close, and I can see Bob making a call or something strange happening.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time when Terrence Crawford was like 40-0, right? And he just became undisputed at 140. And then I forget who was the announcer in the ring, and they put Lomachenko for only 10 fights as one of the greatest fighters ever over Terrence Crawford. I could not believe my eyes. I was like, man. Now
that's that privilege.
Right,
that's that privilege. C-level fight, testosterone, you could beat the best fighter in the world. But
hold on. The whole Osirine thing is kind of crazy because Amir Khan popped dirty for Osirine against Kell Brook, and Kell Brook did him bad.
It happens, man.
And Michelle Rivera got beat. He popped dirty when Frank beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough, right? Because if you when you start making them examples, even though we got multiple examples you could point to, they think you point to them to kind of try to discredit, you know, and say, well, he should have still beat him. Now we're not saying that. We're saying he's not Superman.
It don't make you Superman, right? It don't make you Superman.
Other guys had the same thing and get their asses whooped, and stop. So You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it affects everybody different. I get all of that, but
and maybe if they never took it, they would have got whooped even
when
worse.
that's your guy, you like, bro, I ain't exploring the other side. I'm just like, yo, he was dirty. That's it. That's all. And I get it.
Yo, you know what's so funny? I forgot who was fighting, but who was fighting when they was like, yo, give me the bottle, give me the other bottle. Who was it? Oh my goodness. You know who I'm talking about?
Damn, man, you talking about the water bottle joint, right?
Yeah.
Wait, who was that?
It was back in the day. Oh, I can't remember. Who was it?
Damn. Yeah, they would do their little water bottle fiasco, man.
Yeah, because he gave me one water. He's like, nah, give me another one. Give me another one.
I know what you're talking about. Crazy.
That reminds me of Wilder and that Mark Breland situation where he was like, Mark Breland poisoned his water or some shit. That to me was crazy, you know.
Pryor, Thrill Hill said Pryor, was it Aaron Pryor? And he said Panama. Oh, Panama. What's it? Panama Lewis was his name. I know. I remember that. I can't remember who though.
So what, he thought one water bottle was dirty?
Yeah. Or something one must have had something else in it. Panama Lewis or something out there. I think that's what you're talking about. One of them Panama Lewis, older fighter from back in the day. It's crazy, yo.
Yo, should you see boxing, man?
Scooter! Ryan got Scooter gonna get Ryan. He like, Ryan, you got me on the hook for these supplements, huh?
Yo, that is
salute, y'all.
Scooter gonna get his ass.
Brother.
But Scooter, you do know Scooter said something to him. He said something like not too long after they fought. He was talking about how Ryan was trying to cut weight.
Right.
And he was like, he said he was giving him stuff. I don't know exactly what he was giving him.
Right.
But he said it got to a certain point where, because everybody was like, well, he didn't try to cut weight. And Scooter was like, nah, he tried to cut weight. It just got to a certain point where I just can't no more.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He may change his story now after Ryan threw him under the bus, but you know.
I was about to say, so Ryan throwing Scooter under the bus now, huh?
He threw him at the bus. he threw that brother right at the bus.
He got more excuses than a little bit, man. He done blamed everybody. He done blamed Victor Conti and Devin Haney and them, Vada. Now he blaming Scooter. He done blamed Ashwagandha. He done blamed NutraBio or whatever, and some other company that we don't even know about.
Appreciate you, Mr. In Pride and Thrill. Much love, Brody. And Talib, yeah, he was banned, right? It was the thanks to the trainer. Salute the
it was the Pryor Aguero fight
in the Cash App. Always supporting the grind, man. Much love, much appreciation.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shit. Much love to my guy, Cal. Panama Lewis gave his fights asthma medication in a water bottle back in the day. Asthma medication was adrenaline. Yeah, I was just seeing somebody recently, what did they do? It was Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It looked like it was smelling salt. I don't know if it was smelling salt that he actually was sniffing in the corner, but it looks super suspect, bro. I'm like, what is these? They like, that's smelling salt. I'm like, hold on, ain't that considered supposed to be illegal, right? I don't think you're supposed to be able to use active smell, not during the fight like that.
Because anything that's going to help you out is illegal.
I'm like, bro, if you could do it, like, you know, what the hell going on? Like, if you could do it, why are you sneaking it? Like, he did it on the slide. Damn, man, I knew I should have clipped it. Because I'm the clip king. I know I should have clipped that joint and showed it to y'all. But yeah, it looked crazy. I think it was like smelling salt or something. Who popped off?
Yeah, what smelling salt do? Wake you up?
And salute to Frequent Flyer, my guy P Hunter, Rozilla, Boxing Hacker was in the building. Salute to y'all guys, man.
Salute.
Thank you.
What's good, Frequent? Talk to me. I know Frequent, like, man, like, where the link at? What's good, bro?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man.
That's special.
Lately, I've been feeling like I'm in the Twilight Zone, man.
Oh man, what's going on? Come on, man. You know you could. Come on, man. You talk to me.
I mean, with all this crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? With this Devin and Ryan thing, this Ryan and PED thing just won't go away. First of all, everybody keep bringing that up, talking about it. And he just saying some of the off the wall, outlandish stuff that anybody ever heard. But everybody still keep giving this guy credit, man, giving him credibility and, you know, believing all of these different things he said. I'm still waiting for him to pull out that picture of the alien that he got in his phone.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
Man,
he done made all these crazy claims, man.
I know it's a lot of different stuff out there. I get it, bro. That's why, for me, as you know, I let people like we all go interpret things differently, and I try to be a fair guy where I just let people tell me what's on your mind, man. Just talk to me. I'm not here to argue you down. I know how it is, man. This just been a crazy situation, man. But I mean, since we pretty much talking about this at the end of it, man. For me, yo, I don't know. I don't know if you stupid enough to sabotage your career that way. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to be pretty damn stupid anyway, right? So I don't know. I be wanting to see the good in these dudes, but it's just some things also too that don't make sense. Like you gotta be a dumbass, bro. Like that's simply put. I've been saying that the whole time. If you actually did that to yourself, you was a dumbass. Like, and the reason I say it because I ain't even going to hell with what your advantages was. When I hear people that got over 20 years of experience talk about that shit and say, you know, the benefits and how stupid it would be to use that and that shit like that. Like, that's why I say you just dumb. So I'm not here to argue what you didn't do. But if you did, you're a damn dummy. You a dummy.
Yeah, this is my thing, though.
You a dummy, bro. You a damn dummy, and your team dumb, and you got some dumbass people around you. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a part of me that I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to go to bat for him because he's been a guy that's been inconsistent with just being honest, right? I mean, this the same guy that said he had a Pacquiao fight, right? This the same dude. So when I know his track record, so I would never go to bat for him in that way. But this shit, like little shit, like, all right, for me, you might not see it this way, but you fought Tank, man. That's the boogeyman. That's your boogeyman. You know what I mean? You faced that demon fair and square. You was tested for that fight. Then you're gonna turn around and cheat for this guy that you got way more familiarity with. You get what I'm saying? Having 6 fights with him, as opposed to that's the first you never sparred with. You get what I'm saying? You ain't like you never got no sparring with him and none of that. As a, you know what I mean? I don't think y'all did. But
look, how we know he ain't cheat? How we know he ain't cheat with Tank though?
Say it again.
How we know he ain't cheat with Tank though? It's a possibility that he just didn't get caught though.
Salute again to my brother, man. Cal Cool it, man. Much love back in the Cash App again, man. Salute to you, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Wordplay. They say where Scooter's at. Nah, look, I get you, man. Look, I'm always with a conversation, bro. I get it. I think that how you know, because you kind of seen dudes getting tested, like you seen Tank with the little joint on his arm, like you know they drew some blood from him, right? So you kind of know that them dudes is on the up and up. But Tank did say, you know, he did have some suspicions of his own once upon a time. But I listen, I get it, man, and I don't want to create no dialogue where it sound like I'm defending him. Don't think that, but it's a stupid move at the end of the day, right? If you did it, it's stupid because you ain't gonna cheat for Tank. But you're gonna cheat for him, a guy.
Yeah, but I wasn't saying that he didn't. I wasn't saying that they didn't get tested.
Yeah,
I was saying how we know that he didn't beat it somehow. You know what I'm saying? He dang near got away with it this time.
But
because I'm so fair, it's always a possibility. Just like right, it's all anything is possible. But I just say, man, I don't know. I don't look at Ryan as a cheater. I just that's if I had to say what I think. Do I think he's a cheater? I just some about it. But then again. It's like I'm torn on it because, you know, you can't make sense out of certain things, right? You see the amount, you like still with this situation, I was hoping that it was going like kind of, you know, the suspension would indicate like, did he do this or did he not do it? Like, was it intentional? Not did he do it? It was in there. Like how? Like that's the part that pisses me off. Like with all this shit being dragged out and they trying to talk about announcements, that should have been definitive. You get what I'm saying, bro? Because when you come out and you say, yo, we was able or we wasn't able to definitively prove, or we was able to definitively prove, man, I could cook them a cold. I can really be like, yeah, cheater. You get what I'm trying to say? But when it's up for grabs still, but you going, it's like you still.
But it's not really up for grabs. People just don't. Do you believe in coincidence, bro?
I don't believe in coincidence. I just think, like again, what do we have to go off to say that intent has been proven?
Right, intent has been proven, right? That's
okay. This the thing though. We're not going to act like he didn't get suspended for what he got suspended for. Yeah. We know the reason that he got in front of the New York State Athletic Commission is because of this ostarine that he popped dirty for, right? And so we know the due process in the process that he has to go through in order to prove that he didn't do it intentionally, right? That it was a contamination. Right. So we know that beforehand that he has to list all of the supplements that he takes. You know what I'm saying? At the time of testing, and he can't introduce no new supplements. Right. So basically he failed to prove himself innocent. He failed to provide proof that this was a contamination because he introduced a totally new supplement that he didn't list that he was taking. So how we even know he was taking it? And on top of that, it was open. And so he failed to do that. And that's what his violation was. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you on all that, but it's for me again. It's like I felt like his punishment should have dictated that,
right?
And
his punishment did dictate that.
Like it didn't do it. It still smelled like a slap on the wrist. People feel like it's a year. It's not. I still feel like if you get what I'm saying, more time would have been on the table had they would have been like, you know what, we was able to prove that he intended. And for me, I don't know about for you, bro. That matters. Intent fucking matters to me. Like if you hold them accountable because you like, man, you put that in your body. I don't care if you know or didn't know, but still in all, if you knew and did it, man, frying you accordingly is the right way. Like cooking them, saying undoubtedly you a cheater, or potentially somebody giving you something and you taking it but not doing your due diligence to make sure that shit was on the up and up. You're a fool for that. You are. But
that's why earlier though, just I asked y'all if y'all believed in coincidence and you said no. But look at all these coincidences though.
I don't think
we saw him on we saw him. Look, this is it. So this is a coincidence that we saw him. This is a coincidence that we saw him on video using IVs, and also that we know that IVs is used to match stuff. So that's a coincidence. Well, let's dismiss that. It's not just that one.
Wasn't that shit recorded by DAZN? Didn't DAZN kind of put that out there?
But we don't know.
He was on
an issue. I don't know
how many. We don't know what the IV was being used for. We don't know how much was an IV and frequent. The reason why you can't say that he also did it with Tank, because that would make Devin look bad. Devin fans, I don't know why you're not saying this. Devin fans cannot say, well, he did it with Tank too. He was always doing it because it makes Devin look bad because he lost. So,
no, it don't. I don't think that make Devin look bad because we know Tank is a knockout puncher. You know what I'm saying? We know Tank punching. You know what I'm saying? They don't call him Tank for nothing.
You can't
you know what I'm saying? He got that Tank quill. He put that man down. That's all.
But you can't bring that up and say, "Oh, he was on."
Tank. We know Tank. We know Devin can't punch hard as Tank can. Come on now, don't play those games like. Don't try to play them type of games with us, bro. We know that Devin ain't hitting hard like Tank.
But you can't say, well, he was on it with Tank too. Then you can't do that. To me, if I'm a fan and I'm like, yo, he was on it with Tank too, I'm thinking, well, hold on, Tank beat him and he was on pads. I can't think that way. I don't want to even think about that.
Tank that boy that would knock him out even if he on PEDs. That's what it is.
I understand that. But still, you don't want to put that in a universe where you give Tank fans saying, see, that ain't nothing. You see how Tank did right, and he was on pads with Tank. You don't want to put that out there.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
You ain't a real fan.
That's what it is. It is.
According to Rick Glazer, rumors abound in the.
No, but so we gonna dismiss that coincidence right there with the IVs, but we got another one. We know that weed is a diuretic that also masks PEDs and hair follicle tests. That's a coincidence too. We want to dismiss that one.
Hold on, did he test positive for weed?
Hey, what's good with it, fam?
No, but he openly smoked weed in front of everybody.
I don't believe that was weed, to be honest with you.
Oh, come on, bro. Stop it, man.
And say that he inhaled.
I heard people say, "Oh, he ain't even inhaled in that."
Man. You know,
come on, bro. It's just way too many coincidences, bro.
If they're testing for weed, they'd have found weed. I'm sorry, if they was testing for weed, they'd have found weed.
Young guy, young dude, bro. He is silly ass young guy. But my biggest issue with him, and again, like I said, while I don't make too many arguments at all for him, I've been very consistent because of the way he handled it. Right, he's very immature about it, and there's just no accountability. But up until this point, and it's still like iffy, right? When him talking to Bill, like, well, such and such, it still seemed like you passing the buck more so than saying I. And that part, as that's just man shit for me. I don't like. You gotta be able to say, you know what. I was responsible. This and this happened, and it'd be sounding like it's still a part of you that don't want to accept your role in it, all of it. So that don't sit well with me. But I guess I could always say he, in his mind, he's been very consistent. He never did it, and the fact that people saying he admitted it on that video was wild. He clearly not. Like, what the hell y'all be hearing?
So y'all believe that he took those supplements though?
I believe he took supplements.
After he said he don't take no supplements.
What supplements they was frequent? You know what I'm saying? Bill asked him. He said, "Man, I don't know. I mean, I just took what he gave me." That right there, I said it. I ain't like
my
that.
nigga messed up.
That's the only part. I mean, like with the I don't know, because somebody hand me something that ingest, bro. Like the last thing I'm gonna do is just be like, "Oh, all right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that back." Like I said, somebody can hand me a damn aspirin. And I'm probably still gonna ask you, bro, is this strength? Like, is this an exception?
Yeah, but he ain't know what it was then.
Like, I ain't just throwing shit back without asking. Like, what's this? I don't care who giving it to me. That's just me, like my human nature. I'm gonna ask, but that's where I feel like
liar, bro.
Got some growing to do, bro.
Ryan, a bad liar. So you should have had me, bro.
And then he don't know the name of it after all it. It's 1,000 people on YouTube running around saying the name of this. You know what I'm saying? These supplements and stuff. Right. Well, at least the neutral bio lemonade mix or whatever. And he don't know. The person who took it don't even know.
Right.
My boy should have said it was a gas station pill or something. They would have let him off.
Right. Yeah.
He can't look the lot.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what don't look good on his behalf. Like before you, and he kind of could have in some ways did himself a little disservice trying to talk to Bill, because you should have had all information correct. It should have been no I don't know this long into the situation. And I'm a fair guy. That don't look good. You need to know. Like the last thing you need to do.
You know what? His lawyer might have put a kibosh on it and said, "Yo, you can't mention nobody's name because then you opening yourself up for a suit." So you never know what his lawyer said.
It's tough. So it's sticky to speak on it. It's tough, man. I just hate it for the sport because, and that's the part of me that I hope that they rematch so it could be on the up and up, even playing field, whatever weight they agree on, that it could be met and you could see that man go out there and get a clean fight, and whatever happened. Because, we have our fun with this. All jokes aside, like I said, you sign up for many things. Yeah, you agreed to some weight, being overweight, but you never agreed to Osterine being present. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I level with him. I could feel for him, man. I hate to hear him say you're not mentally, physically, emotionally fit to, defend your title and shit like that. So that's why I say it's a lot that you got to go through, regardless. Like you scrub this off your record, but it still happened to you physically, right?
Devin's a big kid. That's problem is. He's not a grown man the way he should be a grown man. He's a big kid. That's why he constantly just says stuff, because like a 6-year-old, he just has to say something, and that's his biggest problem. He doesn't know how to control what he says.
Who else tested? Who else got found guilty for using PEDs though? Got suspended or wasn't? Didn't
Cesar Martinez just did.
Yeah, Martinez just got it. Canelo got it.
Nice. He got
what Martinez get?
He got 9 months.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what Big Baby Miller get?
Shit, they made an example out of him.
But that was
everybody got less than Ryan, so why everybody saying that Ryan ain't really get slammed? He got more than all of them guys.
What's his name?
Because when I initially was like, you know, like when I initially heard about how they was classifying or breaking down how they gave him a year, they was saying at time of, because you know how information in boxing is subject to change. We know that shit. It just come out depending on who your source is. But at the time being, they were saying it's 6 months for the pre-test and 6 months for the post-fight. So I'm still hearing 6 months. It's weird that they split it up in that fashion, but I'm still hearing 6 months at the end of the day. And when you think about how much time he really gonna miss, like what that's gonna cost him, in all actuality, maybe a fight. So I don't really feel like that was the example that needed to be made. And I'm being real. This is where I wish like it was something more definitive where they could say, hey man, we know you was doing this shit, and because of it, your ass getting 2 years or more. I don't know. I feel like $1 million that's enough money, but
now he finna come back to
did anybody ever get 2 years though? I can't think of nobody.
What Big Baby Miller get?
He got 2. Big Baby Miller got 2, but I think that was
no. Big Baby Miller got 6. Didn't he?
He got he got
He got 6 months. I think he got 6 months.
They made they look at him freaking.
How long did they give Luis Neri? Didn't
they made example his big ass. I think he was, but he was a multiple time offender too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the thing. He got popped dirty a couple times.
Yeah, but they made an example out of this big ass, big cheating ass. And
he ain't do no 2 years, bro. We just saw him fight. Didn't we just see him lose?
Look, it's another thing. Frequent, like again, we only going off our eyes, right? And it's just a good conversation, right?
And everybody's
seen people when they get caught popping off PEDs, right? Big Baby Miller, look how he looked against Daniel Dubois. He looked like a shell of himself. Even the fight before that, he fought like a nobody, a journeyman, and looked like a shell of himself ever since being popped, right? Conor Ben, another guy, look much different since he popped, right? Since they said something about them age, you clearly see it, right? Another one, Oscar Valdez. You see some difference in him ever since he got caught up with the T and the fentanyl and all that. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna be looking at Ryan to see if there's any drastic drop off in his performances. I'm gonna look at it. We've been seeing it with everybody else. He ain't special. So that I think that's very telling too. All of a sudden you get back in the ring and now you can't do what you used to do. Oh man, I'm not giving you a leg to stand on, because that's gonna make me look at you different. That's something like far as an eye test that let me know Big Baby is dirty. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference between these PEDs and these diuretics that these dudes be taking. Like it's a lot. It's all bullshit because it's on the banned substance list. But man, some of these dudes, man, yeah, Miller got 2 years.
He got 2 years, yeah.
Hey, did they ban Neri that just fought anyway? Did he pop dirty a couple times?
Yeah, he got suspended. He got suspended, but they don't be making examples out of these dudes. You see how
something like he can't even fight over there no more. Something like
Big Baby
gonna go to Saudi.
The whole pharmacy. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
He said cut with the whole pharmacy.
Yeah, Conor Ben looked drastically different now. He just do. Like he looks smaller, like in his physique. He don't look as like physically imposing no more. I'm like, damn, like you really now he can hit people with the kitchen sink and they still right there. That's not the same dude. Sorry, that's not the dude that had Chris Algieri out questioning what the hell was going on. Even he said he thought something was funny. The way he said he fought a lot of people. You gotta think. He got beat up by Big Fish in his prime. And he was like, man, it was so different with that Conor Ben guy. So
they got the good dope over there in the UK. That's why.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. I got to make a run. Man, I much love another dope build. Salute to my guy, Frequent Rozilla P. Hunter, Boxing Hacker. Yeah, he said he's hit. I see your message back here, bro. You ain't hit. I don't hide. Only way I block people if they really got to strike a nerve. Other than that, I be ignoring. Like I let people just troll. I be ignoring people back here, bro.
Yeah, you might have to wrench this page up too, because I know they gonna hide me. They don't like me, bro.
No, I mean, look, bro, for me,
suspect number one.
It don't bother me. Like I'm a believer in just letting people speak their piece. That's why I engage with y'all the way I do. Like I can come here and talk straight for an hour, and you know how people just don't read comments. I'm talking to y'all every day. We talking, we building. Like I ain't just here to talk by myself and y'all listen. Like so, I always want to let people come speak their piece. That shit don't bother me unless it's just like ignorance. But I really understand how to have a conversation, and that means leaving room for a difference of opinion. And this first time you hear it, I'm not going crazy on somebody. That's why you don't never hear me telling people I disagree. There's no need to disagree with somebody's opinion, bro. Just to state one. It's like, rock out, man. If I rock with you, there's no need for me to disagree. Just talk to me. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And everybody got a perspective, especially on boxing, the most opinionated sport in the world, man. I think it is, bro, and one of the toughest. But yeah. He say you ain't cap so much, nobody will catch issue frequently. I always go on that. He be standing in the paint though, man. He ain't going without no fight. Bro ain't going quiet.
I got a healing factor, man. They don't understand it.
For me, this shit is supposed to be fun. That's why I just let people live. Like, I ain't about to stress myself up here. Because I know when you want to control everybody's opinion or you got to be right all the time, that's a headache waiting to happen. I don't need no headache, bro. I don't care about being right, only when I need to be. So when it's stuff like this, like, you know, a Ryan topic where, you know, all this, I know it pull at people a lot of different ways. So who am I to tell you how to feel about it? You know what I'm saying? As long as it's reasonable and logical, I could rock with it. I ain't got to agree, but I could rock with it.
So I don't mean to switch topics, but so
off his show. Oh, upper, yeah. I already know. I be saying boxing. I be saying people. I see a lot. I don't type as much as I see. I do that intentionally, but I see a lot. I be seeing people arguing and stuff. Notice I kind of stay away from that intentionally, so I don't have no headache when I'm done. But man, yeah, man. So he said, shout out to all the non-snack fighters. Shout out to Snack, man. You know what I mean? But nah, shout out to Dead, man. Hopefully he don't take no more than a year off. If he want that rematch, look cool. Demand that, you know, be on the up and up. You know what I mean? Test him extensively. Whatever you got to do to feel like you're on an even playing field. I'm all for that. I'm in favor of that. I'm big on the bounce back. A loss, like that shit over with. It's way in April. Like, all right, it's over with. Like, and now it's time for you to process that shit and bounce back. We want to see you get it. If you want to get it back in blood, I'm with that. If you want to go another direction, I'm cool with that too. Because it's not always beneficial to jump right back in that fire, depending on how it played out. Like a lot of people don't know, the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford situation got a little sticky. Like, you know, Crawford wanted to fight at 47. A lot of people don't know that. That's why, you know, Errol Spence was like, nah. So it's like, you know, it's talk. The Errol Spence, you know, ain't Terrence Crawford ain't the one to turn it down, right? But Errol Spence also walked away because he like, I'm not fighting you again in no 47. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that shit. So he said he took his talents at 54.
Hey, I'm finna ride out, just.
You already
Earl
know.
should have jumped on Snack too, bro.
Yeah.
We got a lot of boxing too, bro. We got Golden Boy card tonight, overtime card tomorrow, and then two top rank cards Saturday, bro. So.
Right, we're gonna enjoy it. We got us a good week of boxing, man. And salute to the fan, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, coming up to build with your boy, man. My guy, Frequent Pete Hunter, Rozilla, everybody that's still in the chat, man. Salute to the fan, man. Everybody in the super chat, cash app.
Peace to y'all, man.
All y'all, and we gonna close it with one last clip because y'all know I'm the clip king. I gotta ask y'all what y'all even think about this. Just something I seen. I don't know if it's solid.
According to Rick Glazer, rumors abound in the boxing world indicating that Frank Martin could have fired his trainer Derek James, exactly the same as his promoter Errol Spence did after losing to Terrence Crawford. If these rumors are true, it wouldn't surprise me at all because Frank Martin and Errol Spence have a very close relationship. And in a way, Spence has some kind of influence over Martin. Derek James' debacle is real. James is staying alone at his gym. Spence fired him. Martin supposedly fired him too. Charlo looks like a retired boxer, and Ryan Garcia could be severely suspended for failing a drug test. This situation is very sad. Derek really doesn't deserve that. He built these guys' careers, and they didn't value the work James did for the simple fact of losing a fight.
My brother Kyle Cooley, much love for that support, man, always. Man, but just to get my thoughts on that, I don't know. I know it's a rumor. I've heard it a couple of times. It'd be crazy because the timing of it, right? It's kind of like what mix that you can look at. That who got added to the mix that just didn't belong. I hate to be blaming people, but that man came there and turned shit upside down. He came there.
I thought that got debunked though.
Switched up on Frank. He just started wilding. Then he lost Anthony Joshua. Then I told y'all, and if there's any truth to this, I told y'all when you heard Derrick James said, man, a couple years, I'm out of here. He was like joking, but you know how it is when somebody invite information and you don't ask them and they just tell you something, it'd be a little something to it. So I wonder is he ready to like, you know what I mean? Say, it's time to go chill out or something, man. He done had personalities from AJ to Ryan, you know what I mean? From the Charlo to an Earl Spence to a Frank Martin. So it's crazy. Yeah, fast, bro. Fast. Yeah, that inactivity for sure. My God, D for the win. Family in the bed. Great debater for like Ryan giving Tank information on Frank. I was suspicious. Yeah, but I doubt it though. And it was nothing that Tank would have really needed from Ryan to be able to beat Frank. No disrespect to Frank, but yeah. You get what I'm saying? I think he was planning his exit strategy with you. Was hearing the little footnotes of Keller, like, things like you already know. Yeah, it might be a rumor. It might be a rumor. He might not be going nowhere. You know what I mean? Salute to my guy, my brother William Old School. Appreciate you. But yeah, Derek was like, he ain't taking on no more fighters in any way. And it kind of made you feel like the writing was on the wall, like he ready to get up out of there. But yeah, he was the biggest different factor out of everybody. It was just him being there, right? So it was different. But again, salute to everybody in the building. Much love, much appreciation, man. To everybody in the building, everybody that continues to support. We're going to close out with a Tank clip. This what Tank was saying to Frank Martin back there, y'all.
I just heard Martin really say something. Dip saying, so what I'm looking at, that's the DD, that's the fight. And I already know that they prepared. I already know that he's going to come out and do what he's supposed to do. I already know all this. You know what I'm saying? I look at it. I'm really liking this. You know what I'm saying? This is how I get to see where levels of being that guy that he's going to become. And he's the guy to show the world.
All right, well, now I'm going to go to the fighters for final predictions as I'm going to go ahead and start off with the challenger. Frank, before we get your prediction, can you give us a quick summarization as to what you guys have been talking about right now?
I'm stepping on his ass tomorrow, period. I'm so happy that there's so many people in this arena that's sleeping on me. It's a blessing.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy out there. Hope he prepared and hope he been training hard.
You've been out 14 months. Have you been practicing that backflip?
Yeah. Want to see?
Hey!
Righter, man. You did.
Two punch.
Walk it out.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, Artem. Yeah, boy looking sharp. Boy looking sharp in the sparring. It's only sparring, but Corey looking sharp for his fight July 6th against Artem. I think this is a big audition for him. He's gonna have to go out there and shut a lot of people up. I'm always about to bounce back. I noticed, in his career, he battled adversity different. Like a lot of people, when they go through adversity, it usually comes in the form of a loss or something, a bad loss. With him, he had an off night, and if you can't bounce back from that, then you ain't about ish. So a bad night in the office should motivate a fighter like Shakur. You got Artem. I'm gonna just be 100. I don't think Artem's no crazy big puncher. I already feel like I watched Shakur enough to know, man, if he ain't truly worried about your power, he's simply gonna take more chances. If you got more power, then he'll utilize the ring more. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do, obviously, if somebody crack it more. But with Artem, I think he can box. I think he has pedigree. He had a bronze medal. This is an audition for Shakur. You got people like Eddie Hearn talking about possibly signing him, but I just don't think that's going to work. I don't think Eddie Hearn could get him neither the money nor fights that he'll be looking for. So I don't really see that being a match. But who knows? Anything is possible. But like I said, it's going to be an audition for him. I like to see that he's sharp. Never mind hurting the sparring partner. That shit happens in sparring. I like to see him switched on, focused, and just locked in, man, and go out there and shut some people up. It don't matter who you fighting. beat his ass. Your battle is you versus you. You want to do way better than you did in your last fight, and you want to return back to the standard that you set for yourself. And that's beating ass, dominating performances, 12 zips, barely losing a round, shit like that. I think he gonna step on this dude. He gonna stop. Go to boy LeVar. Peace, family. Appreciate you. And again, much love to everybody that continues to support the grind. I appreciate all y'all, man. Much love to the family. And y'all already know, man, we gonna be back tomorrow with some more boxing, y'all. We gonna be back. Peace to the fam. We out.